You are tuned to Channel 90 WMK-TV, Palmetto Valley, Royale, Valhallaburg, Pacifica City.
Okay, all right. Thank you for being here, everybody being here. Good to see y'all here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are. I am Arts German and Illustrated Makini 90 at your service. and we welcome you back to the Great Sunday Afternoon Art Show on YouTube, Makini Live. And it feels good to be back. It's been good. It's been a little bit after a week, hasn't it? It definitely has. And we're back. But we're back, and it's officially the summer, y'all. It is officially about to get hot up in here. So get your beach bodies ready. So anyway, we're back here for it's gonna be a shorter episode this time around fortunately, I do have to be on another show a little bit later after this one, so we're going to cut it down to at least 2 hours. But this is still going to be a packed show, and we're going to have some special guests with us as well. So let's go ahead and bring in our first co-host, because I'm still waiting for our second co-host. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt's my friend. Good to see you, Matt.
Hey.
How does it feel?
Feels good to be back.
Feels good to be back. Yeah, definitely feels good to be back, and it definitely feels like good to be back. So, but we are down a person. We are down a Lombardo because he's not responding. Even though I sent him the message already, he's not online. He hasn't arrived at the studio. So it's just us two. Man,
well, it's Bruce. It's Bruce. He's probably yelling at some pizza person or something.
Yeah, that's probably the case. But you're probably gonna like this. You're probably gonna like do you like the new studio renovations we got?
Love it. Looks fantastic.
Absolutely. Thank you. But unfortunately, we do not have Bruce. But we have someone way better.
A very special guest.
Much better. Love you, Bruce. No, guys, we have first. It's going to be the first. No, this is going to be the second of back-to-back guests that we're having on this season right now. Last 2 weeks ago, we did have the lovely Ryan Roger Afe. Next week, you're going to have to stay tuned for next week because you guys are going to love this one. But this week, today, in the studio, we have another artist with us, a very fantastic artist, writer, illustrator, scientist, and road warrior himself, guys. Do yourselves a favor and give a huge, and I mean a huge, CSF Nation welcome to the one, the only, Sean, a.k.a.
Hey everybody, what's up? I feel special with the applause.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a live studio audience. You know, we we're doing special here for y'all here in the studio here.
I'm definitely glad to be on.
Absolutely, it's absolutely a pleasure to have you on because you kind of replied to me like last night. After a week, I kind of said if you're interested, and I'm glad to be able to make this happen. I'm actually glad to be able to make it happen this soon because it was just like, okay, that's an immediate yes, locked in. Let's get right into it. Let's get set up. So I'm really happy to have you here, Sean, and hopefully we can really make this leave a lasting impression on you, and hopefully make you definitely worth coming back and checking it out once again. So wow. So we are down one person because, he's not showing up.
He's putting out a fire somewhere.
But we gotta adjust something here. Now, you guys are probably wondering yourself. Okay, now this is an odd layout now. Well, check this out. Yeah. A little like I said, I did a little bit of refurbishing to the studios a bit, so now everybody's got a little make it a little more personal, make it a little more special for everybody, so everybody has an official official layout, official spot, and official seat. So how's the chair feels, Sean? How's it feel? Is it roomy enough? Is it just enough for you to be able to do what you need to do?
Yeah, of course. This is actually really I'm really impressed by the setup because usually when I Twitch with me and my boy Dan, and we just have like these two little cameras in the corner. This is a cool setup right here.
Yeah, that's like one of the best things was that one of the best updates is one of the best updates to Stream. I've been asking StreamYard for years is to have this kind of
customizable
layouts where I can actually adjust the size and everything. And I know that you already have your camera on, so we're gonna do this.
All right.
Through the power of through the power of tech magic, and
there you go.
There you go. There you go. So we have a special. Yes, I've been putting together some special layouts just for our guests. On top of that, I will be having a layout just for the regular three of us. And yes, we are. Yes, you will be seeing one white square down at the bottom because
Oh, well, yeah. Under circumstances.
It is what it is.
I should have put. What I should have done is I should have put a question mark. I should have put like Dawn fishing at the bottom or something. I'm gonna remember that from now on, just in case he tries that again. So, okay, so we're gonna get right. We are gonna get right into it, and of course, I'm gonna get right into it as well because I'm gonna start a new piece as well along with him. But this is Sean's. He's running this on his MacBook, right?
On my my iPad.
iPad Procreate, and this is his work, which is absolutely.
Yeah.
Wait, when did I? Oh, sorry. You know, it was funny. You were talking about Clip Studio before we got on. I actually had to. For the longest time, and I know it's not like super impressive. I was like, "Yo, I need a signature." Like I mean, just to sign every piece, like every time. And I'm like, "Where can I make it?" I'm like, "Oh, Clip Studio Paint because they have vector."
Well, I can just draw. I just write it out. I just write out. So, but before we get to you, I need to share my screen because I don't have anything right now. I just started this, so I'm just going to be doing some. The focus is going to be on you, but I'm going to be doing some sketching, doing some thumbnailing.
I'll be on the pressure.
First.
No, I'm kidding.
I know, right? I'm gonna be. We're very disorganized, despite the professionalism. We are professionally disorganized here on the on the channel, so you have nothing to worry about. But what you're looking at is just me putting a thumbnail layer together, and I'm gonna be throwing just getting some. My plan is to hopefully get to the flat colors by the end of the stream, but considering that it takes longer for me to even go so far as to even get the line art down, which might take most of the stream.
Right.
All I'm saying is don't hold your breath.
Hey man, drawing is a long process.
It is a long process.
It is.
So we're gonna get into that. We are definitely gonna get into that. Mad's probably gonna turn her camera on as well.
Oh, yeah.
So, but yeah.
Let me just do that.
All we have is a white screen. Bruce is an artist himself, but he paints figurines. So he's big into the tabletop game. So anyway, let's go ahead and say hi to everybody in the chat before we get in here. We got 11 people watching. We'll probably have some more people showing up as the stream goes live. Like I said, we're only going to go for 2 hours, guys. Only 2 hours is because I do have to be on another show later on this afternoon, and then I'll be back on Twitch with Street Fighter 6 tonight if it actually runs smooth this time. Anyway, let's go ahead and say hi to everybody in the chat here, guys. Thank you all so much. If you guys can, please share the stream out, step on that like button, hit that subscribe button for more art content, and also follow Sean on all of his socials, which I have put every single bit of your social media in the description. So,
nice.
Everything is there. So hopefully everything is there.
It's a rather intimidating list. Holy crap!
It is.
Wait, did you use every single one separately, or did you use? Because I have one the beacons.
I know you have the link. You have the link thing that I do, but no, I went and put every single one. Separately.
No, I appreciate it.
Every single one separately. So YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and his comic as well, which we will get into that as well as also. So,
oh wow, that's some excellent. We already got some great questions in the chat.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of questions here. So let's go ahead and say hi to everybody in the chat because we got people waiting. And of course, guys, to all my channel members, stay tuned at the very end of the stream. I got some stuff just for you guys. So thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate that. Where the links provide. Links are going to be in the description, Julie. So you'll be seeing there. and we're already blowing up the channel right now. Chat's already blowing up right now, so let's get right into it. First up, I'm gonna say hi to the one and only Ryan Roger Athe. Ryan is somebody that we had on last time about 2 weeks ago. I will be on his show at 3 p.m. for reality based. So that's why we're cutting this stream to down at least 2 hours to maybe a little further than that. So that's pretty much as much as we'll be able to have Sean on. So we'll be over there at around 3 p.m. So guys, after this show, head over to Ryan's channel and because I'll be a guest on there for reality based. Eli, good to see you, my friend. Eli is another one of our channel members. He is Eli, good to see you, my friend. Hope you are doing well. Of course, again, I apologize, everybody, if we were running late. We're just waiting for trying to get everybody to get up here and set up. So, like I said, we're down a person. So all you're going to see at the bottom corner of the screen is just a white space. I really should put something there in the future, just in case he pulls that again with us. So. Power, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Of course, the lovely Julie. Yeah, Julie. Good to see you, sweetheart. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great summer. Hope you're amazing. Well, good to see you again. Always happy to see you again. Julie is a absolute sweetheart, and she is a close. She is a longtime friend of mine personally in real life. So it's always happy to see her. And then, of course, Power. Another long-time supporter of the channel. Good to see you, Power. Good to see you, Mads. Saying hello to everyone. No, Julie, we consider this an art barbecue. Think of it that way. Think of this as an art barbecue, basically. Am I right, Mads? Am I right? This is an art barbecue. We bring all the trimmings here. We bring everything. All right. The short stacks ate all the.
Love you, Power.
Okay, Power.
Yes. I feel like I was supposed to bring the drinks or something.
I know, right? I was supposed to bring potato salad. Anyway, here in the South, we live on barbecue. Yes, Julie's a Southerner just like me. So even though I'm a Californian. What show later? This is on Ryan Roger Athe's channel. Be at 3 p.m. guys. So head over there. Stunning Brave Megatron with the thick comments. Good to see you, my friend. Of course, Aaron Johnson. I think that is a new face that we've seen. I think he showed up yesterday, and he says, "My boy," and I think he's referring to you, Sean.
Oh, wait,
referring to you, referring to me. I'm seeing two. I'm not sure if he's referring to you, referring to me, because he did show up yesterday during the Street Fighter 6 stream. So, stunning. Mine should have the. Okay. Thank you, Nats, for sending. I just grabbed my initials. EL puts the glasses back on. Okay. Julie is saying hello to Sean as well. So she's
hi. Thank you.
Thomas,
I'm not going to get. I'm sorry, I have to interrupt. I'm not going to get past its L Megatron. I'm stuck with that now.
No, I'm not going there. We're not going there. Thomas, good to see you, my friend. Yeah, this time that's a new face as well. Where the links provide. Links are in the description, and I have to give a shout out to Stunning and Brave Megatron as he has dropped. Jesus Christ, how many? 5 gifted memberships for a CSF Nation. So please welcome Parrothead, Cal G, Jeremy Sliggs, Ryan Roger Athe. All have become memberships. I think we have one more open. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we only have I think we have one open left. So there's one more up for grabs. Ryan, Stunning. Thank you for the gifted memberships. I really appreciate that. And thank you so much. You just got me flustered. So thank you so much for the gifted memberships, guys. Thank you for becoming a channel member. You get access to amazing. You get access to exclusive art that you guys won't find anywhere else. And thank you, Stunning, for the gifted membership. So I'll put that as the equivalent of a $20 super chat. Stunning, thank you so much. Welcome, Ryan. Welcome, Ryan, Jeremy, Cal G, and Parrothead to the CSF Nation. I really appreciate that, guys. Thank you, Stunning, for the gifted memberships. And in case anyone is asking, give me about another week. In about another week or so, I'll start having Street Fighter 6 clips. I'll be adding Street Fighter 6 to the super chat clips. So just give me about another week or so. I'll probably need to spend some more time with it and to record and everything. So just stay tuned for that. Anyway, let's get right into it. And Julie, thank you. I appreciate that. And she says, Makini's my brother. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much. And you are not the CS. You are not, I will not call you that. Not in this lifetime, nor any other lifetime, Stunning. Not gonna happen.
Megatron? Megatron L?
No. The whole CSF Nation Sugar Daddy. That's not that. Okay. There's no such thing as that. Okay. Let's get right into it. Because
apparently he's also Kryptonian.
Because apparently Sean is already like 5 minutes in. He's already at the line art phase.
Oh, so. I mean, this is a simple like portrait. So.
I know, but it takes longer for me to do that compared to you, though.
Oh, I got it.
Well,
it takes longer.
He's probably been doing the digital thing longer than you, so
yeah, that's true. That's like true. So, but we gotta get into it. Let's tell the chat, to everybody. Let's introduce yourself and introduce who you are and what you do. So.
Wait, hold on. I didn't even prep myself for this one.
Got you gotta be ready. You gotta be ready, my friend.
Didn't warn him there was going to be a quiz at the end of this.
A quiz at the end of this. Because Sean is brand new, because he's brand new to this channel and brand new to this specific audience. I figured everybody wants to at least get to know him at start. So you want to tell the chat? Tell us a little bit about what you do.
All right. So one day in 1980, some kid was born, and it was me. No. Damn, I'm old.
10 years before me. So.
No.
You don't have to go that far back. I'm just saying. You don't have to go that far back.
No. Yeah. There's nothing to noteworthy. Well, I guess there is. I mean.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that now. Come on now. Come on now. Don't say that.
Because, my art journey started when I saw Ninja Turtles on the screen for the first time. The cartoon, like the old.
Okay. I was thought we were talking the first live action adaptation.
No.
No, I think the cartoon came before the live action movie, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it did, and that like started me off on my own journey. So, I guess in short, ever since high school, I've had this dream of doing comic books one day. And I went to like art high school. I went to art and design here in New York, and then I went to FIT, Fashion Institute of Technology, to take something that was not fashion. It was a cheap art school, so everything else was super expensive. And I just took general illustration there, and then after that, I just kind of was just trying to reach my dreams of how to make a comic book. At first I wanted the stereotypical actually no, I can't. I'm going to retract what I was about to say, because I was going to say I always wanted to work for Marvel and DC, and in a sense I did, but it was always appealing for me.
A lot of us were at the time, though.
Right. But I think it just grew into hey, wouldn't it be cool if I could make my own stuff? And I guess now, many, what is this now? 4 decades later.
That's only short. It's not that long. 4 decades, so it's not that long. I decide we have these things. We have Kickstarter now and all that stuff to crowdfund and Webtoon, which I've never tried. And so now basically, I take commissions at times. My commissions are closed at the moment, but. And then, I just try to work on this. I have 2 comic books. I guess I should bring the art up of that. But that's the basic summary of me, I guess. Let me ask you this: Were you a fan of the black and the original Kevin Eastman black and white Turtles?
I would say
was your first exposure the 80s cartoon?
Yeah, my first exposure was the 80s cartoon, so I knew nothing about the original black and whites until much later.
Okay. I think that was kind of the same with me as well. So. Yeah, you do have because you do have your because you already have published works
Right. I had
available.
yeah. I have one published book called Red a Cyberpunk Fairy Tale that is out also on a website. Within my various social medias.
In the
That's
description. It's in the chat now.
The description. Do you want me to share this out?
oh yeah.
Okay, okay. Give me
Already
one
did.
second. No. I mean, actually, share it.
Put it
display
on the screen. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, put it on the screen.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was peeking at it as I was grabbing the link for it. That is really dope.
Oh, thank you. So
Okay.
that one was done by me and my boy Daniel Velez. We worked on that together. I did some of the pages. He did some of the pages. And when was that book put out? Did we put that out like almost like a 2015 or something like that?
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he's working on volume 2 right now. And then I kind of split off to do another book. By the way, this is not for any aspiring artists listening. What I'm about to say is not advisable because it's probably borderline insanity.
Okay.
He's doing a whole 90-something page book himself.
Okay, here you go. So
right.
Shit this so
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's wow. What? So continue. You continue. So this is all the way back in 2015, right?
I believe so. You know what? Hold on. Do I have a copy near me? Why do I not have a copy near me? This is. Oh wait. Oh, let's see the year back here if I can. Does it even say? Come on.
This
2014. Excuse me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I was just like fresh out of school. I was just fresh out of school around that time. So
I was dealing with a newborn.
Tough was, but this
Real.
is amazing stuff, man.
Thanks.
That's really like what was it? I think that's something I want to get into with you. Is that like, I guess how long did it take you to kind of come up with this and just from start to completion, not just on the concept phase, but actually have it published though?
Oh man, I'm trying to remember. I mean, I remember. It's just like all the little details. Like I remember, we were chilling. We had actually made a book, or like an issue, like 24 pages of something. And this was back when I was only doing half digital, so I would draw it all in pencil, and then scan it in and color it in Photoshop.
Oh my god, why does that sound like me? I'm sorry, that sounds like me.
It's pretty accurate.
I mean, well, let me ask this: do you when you scan it in Photoshop, what do you ink it and with a stylus, or do you just?
Okay, so a little background. Actually, this isn't my first. This isn't actually my first time doing digital.
Oh, okay.
This isn't my first. So what I used to do, and just kind of a little insight with me was that I did what you did, scanned it, but I actually did the line work. I scanned it and then did the line work through Illustrator. It was all vector based.
Whoa, that's hardcore.
Yeah, and all with a mouse.
Okay, so you know my exact pain. You know my exact
all
pain.
with a mouse and a pen tool. Because the first time I tried to Wacom tab it, I was like, "This isn't working for me."
That's the exact reason I asked you, so you understand my pain. Because that's exactly what I used to do. It's the most tedious thing.
I feel you. I totally feel you on that one, my friend.
Trying to round the tool with the mouse, it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, but it's just kind of getting to just kind of get stuff published though. That was. I assume that was a daunting task.
Yeah, so we ran a Kickstarter. Kickstarter, and we made enough money to get it printed up. So we looked up a printer with the money that we got, and sent it off to get printed. Formatting it was a whole other issue. Sheesh. Oh man, I don't making sure like if it's CMYK safe and all that other stuff. And I think I forgot how long it took to get printed.
That's amazing, man. Like, and this was at the dawn of Kickstarter, wasn't it?
Yeah, this was like Kickstarter first started.
You could say you're kind of one of the originators before it really kind of started to take off.
Hold on, let me not misquote that. Let me look up on my phone to see.
Okay. You want me to get accurate? Get accurate. No misinformation. No misinformation here, y'all.
Kickstarter debut. Let me find out. But yeah, that's how that went. No, why did he not have kick? When did Kickstarter come out? 2009. So. Yeah, close by. 2000.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'll tell you. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Maki. You see what Ryan said?
Yes. Hey, we continue.
Sorry, go ahead.
No problem. But yeah, it's nerve-wracking to crowdfund something. You're just sitting there like, will I make it? Will I make it? Especially back then, because it's like you have to have the well, I mean, you still have to like the online presence. You have to have a lot of a decent amount of followers who are actually willing to And I think back then I was more so on Instagram. Right now I'm kind of I don't know. Odds with Instagram. I still have a page, but I like hardly use it. But I have to get back to using it.
Gotcha.
The one that you see right now is actually like a newer Instagram because they killed my algorithm. I can't even speak. Algorithm on my first page. I think I got up to like 15K followers and it just dipped.
Son of a bitch.
I was just like, I have to start.
Sorry. I'm having flashbacks since I went.
I was going to say that sounded familiar to you.
Yeah. So I used to have an Instagram. And I was up to 7.5K.
Oh man.
Until the shadow bans. Until I felt like I was shadow banned, and then I got scammed and locked out. And yeah,
I'm still harassing that guy.
That's why I was decided. Yeah, it was a lost cause at this point.
Yeesh. I mean, I had pain, but that's pain. You said it was 75?
7.5K.
Oh no. I would have tried.
Yeah. 7.5K. And I think at some point it just got shadow banned. I don't know what it was. It was just like it was just like I was already kind of in that point, but then it just like I got scammed out because apparently someone I knew I fell for the scam and I was like, please, I need your help. It turns out that was from a hacked account. It was got hacked. So yeah.
Right. Eesh.
I became much more aware of that, but yeah, that really, really, really soured me, and that was last year. That was early last year.
That was recent.
That was early last year, February. It was in early February. Yep.
That's a fresh wound.
Yep. I was like, screw this. I'm not going back to that. I am not going back to that place again.
Right.
And now I'm kind of dealing with it sort of here on Twitter where it's just like I'm getting limited. Limited is here, so we're trying to break out of that, or trying to break out of the search suggestion ban that's kind of still on me right now.
It doesn't help every time you post a picture of a drawing with your hand in it. The algorithm goes, oh no, that's too spicy.
Or it just gets marked as sensitive content, which I'm like, excuse me.
Wait, they don't like the hand in the drawing?
No, it's just
literally
too suggestive. It's
photo.
like, really? Too suggestive. Most of my work gets flagged as too suggestive, marked as too suggestive, and I'm like, really? Have
too
you
suggestive on Twitter?
Have you seen what's on Twitter now?
But seriously, there was
I'm tame by comparison.
There was one drawing he did that while it was borderline spicy already, they were fine with the drawing on its own. But he posted a picture of him working on it as well, and his hand was in the photo. And the picture with his hand got flagged as not safe for work.
Marked as sensitive.
And I have not let him live it down since, because it was just hilarious.
I'm just like, why didn't they let you rock with that? I don't.
Excuse me, that just makes no sense. It's like, wait a minute. So that's fine, but if I post my hand actually drawing said spicy heart, no, that gets marked as sensitive content apparently.
That I will still never forget. I can't even say what I saw because I'm not trying to, I forgot. I was searching for something normal too, and it was just a woman posted up. How did I explain this?
They have full blown corn.
Yeah, but it was worse than that. She was emptying herself, and I'm like, wait. How is this here? I don't understand. Wait, you didn't get caught up in the artist ban the other day, did you?
No. I've heard about that. I've heard about that from a friend of mine, and Guru Jay, who was saying that it was what it turns out it was like. I guess it was like artists who have like a second account or something like that, and I think that's what it was going on. But luckily for me, that wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't affected by that at all. So
yeah, that was.
But I did hear about that
Saturday. That happened to me.
Oh, really?
Yes, and I sat there and I was like, did I just post the wrong opinion? And I was like, no, I mean, I'm pretty mild. I don't curse or anything. And I was trying to figure it out until they let me back on the next day, right? And the artists were telling me, like like a small group of my friends like literally had a search party for me. They were like tagging you on. I'm like that. I feel special. But apparently it didn't like accounts that had the word artist in their bio.
Are you serious?
Wait, was this last Saturday?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I was locked out of my account for about like half the morning.
That didn't happen to me.
I guess the AI was trying to get around to, because by the time I came back on, some guy was like, oh, I just got banned a couple hours ago. For me, it was like the ban happened like the night before. So it was like Saturday night going into Sunday. So
okay, now I'm gonna have to change my take
leave it.
Okay.
Because
that explains a lot. I was locked out of my account for like half the morning.
Oh, yeah. So it probably happened to you too.
Yeah.
Just
what makes no sense about it is if you I don't know about you guys, but I have not the Twitter blue, but I have like the professional account. Where you get to mark what you are. Artist is literally a choice. So I'm like, wait,
that makes no
right. I don't know.
Sense.
Skynet was acting up, and
I don't
know what happened. The AI. It was an AI issue, basically.
Oh God!
There you go. Skynet doesn't like artists because it's in competition now.
The AI art comet. I don't
know. God! That's already a minefield. That's already a minefield in itself. But one thing I want to get to is how did you? How did you discover? Because you kind of mingle with some of the people in kind of our circles, or kind of some people we kind of share some mutual, or we share kind of some mutual people we follow, such as Eric July. How did you kind of discover kind of his stuff?
Well, I was actually following him before he got into comic books.
Same here.
So I was like watching his stuff for a while, and then I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know how. I literally don't even know how, because I felt banished from going back to IG. I felt banished from IG, and I'm just like, screw it. And if you look on my account, it kind of looks pathetic because I started it in 2012, and I'm now reaching like 1,700 people. But it's because I wasn't using it; just sat there, and I was like, I can't work this Twitter thing. You got to be clever on there. So then after a while, after the whole algorithm destruction on Instagram, I just came to Twitter, and one of my friends was like, "Oh, you should like reach out to Eric," and I'm like, "That man has like too many followers to be worried about me." And I you know what I'm saying? Like I don't hold that against him, because what's funny, I've recently hit like 1,700. I grew enough. I can't even handle my notifications now.
See, there you go.
I can't even imagine Eric, but through the mini growth that I've had on Twitter, like I became friends with some of his staff, and so a couple of other big artists ended up following me, like Ethan Van Sciver and George Alexopoulos, and I was like, whoa, you get that moment where like, little old me.
You never know, man. You never know. It was like that. It was like that with me on Instagram, where it was just like I found out there's like some of the people that have been like, I guess, been liking for years, and they ended up following me. I was like, what? But you never know. You never realize who's watching. You never realize that. So.
And just for the record, because I don't want to misrepresent, like Eric did not follow me, but some of his peoples did, which is
right.
I don't care about that.
No, absolutely no. You don't get walled up into that. You don't get consumed into that. So you keep moving.
Right.
But it is a cool thing to see that, though. It is a really it's a really cool thing to see that, though. So it's just that you never know. But just like I say, you never know who's watching or who's seeing stuff. True. So
I mean, I had a blast doing some of fan art for some of his characters and stuff.
It like was it kind of like the same thing that was it kind of the same thing that a lot of people kind of followed Eric was it due to the comics side, or was it more on the political side?
Wait, what do you mean? Like me following him? Yeah, at first it was like just the political side. So because I was like following him, I was not saying following, I was subscribed to his YouTube, to like for like a good number of years. So I would like tune in and out or whatever. And then when he said, I know he was always talking about a comic book, and so then when it finally hit, I was like, oh crap, it's here.
Yep.
I'm like, oh shit. I was like, oh, this is awesome. And then when he actually made those seals, I'm not gonna lie, that was super inspiring, because it's like, I had my Kickstarter. We did Red Cyclone Fairy Tale. I'm doing the second one. This is one of my characters actually from my second book, which is Metal Legion.
Nice.
I'm hurrying up to finish, because this one is past due. I had like some unfortunate, family stuff to deal with.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, but it is coming out this year, definitely, because the pages are practically done. I just have to do some checks and send it off to the printer. But it was just super inspiring to see like him making like $3.7 million. I'm like, good grief! Like,
anything can happen, That's the thing. That was just kind of like a thing. It's like a lot of people just kind of blew up in that time, and it's just like you just and it is inspiring to see that, and it's just inspiring not just from him or from the CG crowd, but just from anybody, because like I have like multiple shelves I'm looking at right now, and I have one shelf dedicated to DC graphic novels. I have one shelf dedicated to Marvel. Then I have another shelf dedicated to basically everything that I've backed, and I mean everything that I've backed.
Right.
From since Kickstarter, on Kickstarter, Indiegogo, regardless. And I used to back a lot of books. I don't do it as often, but just because of money and such like that. But
of course.
A lot of books. And so, but yeah, I totally see that. And with because the reason I asked is because one of the things that I noticed when I first discovered your Twitter. First discovered your Twitter was that you were hitting kind of similar talking points that Eric was and a lot of the people were regarding Miles.
Right.
And I thought that was like, okay, you probably have that kind of the same kind of thing, kind of viewpoints that a lot of people see, that myself and probably others see as well. And I thought that was just like, okay, that's interesting.
Right.
Interesting.
I guess it's funny. Well, if anybody ever asked me, they'll be like, "Oh, I'm like." The funny part is, I don't hate Miles.
I don't either.
I don't like him. I'm 100% completely neutral to Miles.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's been characters over the years where like they became their own person, but I feel like Marvel refuses to let Miles become his own person.
I think that's what it is. Yeah,
I didn't see this new movie. I don't feel.
I love the first Into the Spider-Verse, and I'm definitely going to try to check out the sequel as well.
Right.
So.
I mean, I'll watch it probably when it gets to streaming. But every time I see the trailer, I'm just like, I almost feel sorry for this kid. I'm like, yo, when is my man's going to have his own movie?
Legitimately as his own character.
Like, it's Miles and 50 million spider people. I'm like, okay, but
yeah, I've noticed that I'm kind of at the same where I'm like, I used to be in the whole multiverse stuff, but now I've kind of soured on. Now I realize I've kind of soured on it,
right,
a little bit. It's kind of soured me a bit.
I will say I'll probably play Spider-Man 2 because it looked.
Oh hell yeah!
I'm gonna have to play that.
I love the first one. I still think that's one of the best interpretations of Miles that we've seen, aside from Into the Spider-Verse. But yeah, oh hell yeah, that is a definite hell yeah from me. So yeah, I was hyped for the trailer, and it just freaking blew the freaking doors off, and I'm really hoping that it really lives up to the first one, because the first one was just absolute majesty.
Oh yeah, I played the crap out of that one.
I'm thinking about probably doing that again and launch it for the sequel too. So, right, you know, it's just that because I noticed you're very much variety into just a wide variety of stuff, just based on your commission work that I've seen, haven't you? Aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, I do have my like. When you say variety, you mean as like far as like genres?
In general,
or
just like geek stuff in general, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because the other day I was trying to figure out like, yo, what was my inspirations for Metal Legion? And there was a lot of stuff, like, ironic to say Metal Gear. that is of no coincidence, but
no, of course not.
But stuff like that, and I forgot my first inspiration was like Mega Man X4 specifically,
and
like just like the two main characters, like they're kind of inspired by like Mega Man and Zero, and I'm like, yeah. So I guess my tastes go like pretty. I mean, I still like superheroes too. Oh, yeah. I mean, I know my.
I don't think that's ever going to die. I think that for me, and I think this case is that you look at kind of the landscape with comics, and with the MCU and everything, and with what DC and stuff is going to be, it's like, even for you kind of adopt, and I think Mads is kind of one of the first, or one of the few people that I know to adopt this, is that regardless of how good or bad, or how much it starts to really wean on and decay, that passion that you have just for superheroes in general, that's always gonna stay with you for the rest of your life.
Yeah, that's true. Especially with certain characters, like for me.
It should.
Oh, sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm just agreeing. It really should, but I see online so often with fanboys nitpicking this little bit. It's not the right shade of blue. It's the wrong music. I'll always be a fan of the superhero genre. That thing is necessary. We need something to believe in, almost like a greater good.
Yes.
But it's the fanboys for me that are exhausting.
Right. It's the fandom side. It's the fandom side. And she speaks from experience. Experience. I don't know. Our freaking chat is just like blowing up right now.
Yeah, we got a lot of new faces in here.
We're seeing a bunch of new faces, and we're seeing a bunch of returning faces, but we're just seeing the chat really get into this discussion. So we got to let me go in and just start highlighting a lot of these. And I'm grateful for that. Like this is the thing is with our channel, or with my channel, Sean. One of the best things is that the best experiences I have with doing these shows is I can never keep up. with my chat. It's not keeping up with my chat. It's
yeah.
one of the best experiences ever. Because my chat just goes, because we'll go into a discussion and then our chat gets so involved into it that it just that we have to take time just so we could scroll down and
Right.
I have to like scroll down and catch up with all the comments here. So let's start with we're gonna start with Ryan, who is probably gonna be doing some work with me later on once I get onto his show, guys. I will be on Reality Base on his channel at 3 p.m. PST, so stay tuned for that. Like I said, we're not going to go too long here because we're probably going to go around 2 hours, so that should be just enough. As we said, I imagine Berserk manga did a lot too by himself. So,
yeah, it's true.
Yeah, man, freaking just like I want to ask you this. Because I want to know this. So, Kentaro Miura's passing was 2 years ago. And
It's been 2 years already? Oh.
Yeah, it's been 2 years, man. And something that I found, for as sad as it was, I found it poetic.
What, like his passing?
Yeah. Mainly because I had to think to myself, it was like, and one of an artist that I'd admired, he passed away last year, and it happened all of a sudden.
Are you talking about Kim?
Yeah, Kim Jong-ji. Yeah,
that hurt me, bro.
That hurt me too. And that coined, and you know, his passing, that coined that coined the hashtag never stop drawing. That was the birth of that hashtag. The reason is because I was thinking about his passing, and I was thinking about Kentaro Miura's passing. And the reason why I said Kentaro Miura's was, as for as sad as it was poetic because for me personally, if you had a choice to leave this, if you were given a choice to leave on how you wanted to spend your final days, final days in this life, I thought about it. It's like, I want to make sure that my, my last, moments here, I want to leave with a pen in my hand.
I feel what you're saying. Yeah.
That's where that's, and thinking about Kim Jong-ji's passing, that's where I coined that hashtag never stop drawing.
Right.
Because because that's, to me, that's poetic. That's how I want to leave.
Right.
That's how I want to leave, because that's, to me, that is, and I know to you, this is life. This is breathing to us. This is breathing to so many of us, so many artists there.
Yeah,
this is how they feel
to get through it sometimes. Like right now, like, my situation where, I'm trying to do all of this. I'm trying to make me and my boy trying to make 2 comics at the same time, right? Where he's doing Red and I'm doing Metal Legion, and I'm still, hopefully not for long, since I'm like loving my Twitter trajectory, but I'm like, dealing with a day job.
It is what it is, and it's like, the thing is that the reason why I said Kentaro Miura's passing was poetic was because, for as tragic as it is, he died doing what he loved doing.
Yeah.
And I know that's a serious issue regarding mangakas right now, is because, in Japan and especially in other Asian countries, these creators are working to the grave.
Yeah.
Like every single moment, that their health takes a serious, because they work nonstop. Their health will take a serious turn. Like I don't know if you've ever seen Oda's schedule, because he's the creator of One Piece, but you see his work schedule, and that's insane. Like, you only have like a little time to like eat, to clean up, to sleep, or a little time to break, then you have to get back to it.
Right.
And we're seeing that with we kind of saw that with the creator of My Hero Academia having to kind of take a break as well, because it's just like this workflow, just this constant need, this constant having to produce this book. But the thing is that, you know, if you have you know, that's, you know, you're doing what you love doing, but it is a daunting task. And I assume that it's even more of a daunting task if you end up creating something that hits that level of success.
Right.
That almost to the point where it becomes a phenomenon, where it amasses such a huge global worldwide fan base that you have to keep pumping stuff out, you know, and not having an actual hard ending to what you want to create.
Right.
And that's something you got to factor in. It's something you got to think about. But it's just that the fact that if you, you know, spending, you know, the rest of your life doing what you love doing and being able to leave the world doing what you love doing, you know, that is, to me, I do find some of that some kind of poetic.
I mean, it's fulfilling.
It's fulfilling.
I mean, I can't say that. I mean, I'm not them. I'm not Kim B, and I'm not, you know.
No.
But if you could magically talk to them right now, I'm pretty sure they would say, you know what, I lived good. I worked hard, and this is the only thing that I can imagine myself doing.
Right.
And that was the only reason I mentioned my, like, you know, my art journey / situation. It's like there's, you know, a couple times where you just come home tired. You're like, I don't know if I could do this, and then you wake up in the morning. It's like, no, I'm doing this. Like you just it's like, yeah, you get tired. It's like, yeah, you're tired of it. It's like you get tired doing this, but then you see what you've created. Yes.
You see how far you came from, but you also see what inspires you, and that gives you a reason to keep going.
You know what? That's a very good point.
And it keeps you that this is what tells you, it's like, no, we got stuff that we need to do. It's not just there's work. It's not that they're just stuff that I want to create. That there's something I want to achieve personally.
Right. Exactly.
To me, this whole thing, like everything, YouTube, Twitter, whatever.
Right.
This is all a journey.
Right.
This is why I wear the journeyman. That's why my other co-host Bruce, he gave me the journeyman hashtag, because this is a journey for me. This is an entire life journey for me as an artist. And that's what I want to, and that's what I want. And that's something that I'm taking to the grave with me, that this is all entire journey. This is an entire experience.
No, you're absolutely right. That's what keeps you going. And you know what's funny? You just mentioned something too, like inspiration. It's like, even if one day, let's say you were like, you know what, this is too much for me. It's too much multitasking. I'm gonna stop. And then what's gonna happen? You're gonna be sitting down one day, and a movie trailer is gonna
hits.
Or like a video game or something, and you're like, wait a minute, this looks fire. Oh, right. I remember I wanted to make something of my own that was fire, and you're just gonna go right back to it.
Exactly. Exactly. It's you know, and it's that ingenuity. It's that human. It's just that human condition. It's just that it just as it is, and that's something I'm proud of. But for me personally, it's just that if I can't make that jump to being like full time and such, just because for me it's not sustainable.
Right.
It's not sustainable. I don't have that talent or skill level to be able to make this a full-time thing. I just don't think it's that. So that's why for me, I do recommend. That's why for me, I do have a day job, and you try to make this work. You try to expand. For me, it's just trying to expand and find something that's going to make it work for me to be able that I can be able to be confident in saying well, maybe not confident enough to say I'm just quitting everything I'm doing, just becoming a full-time illustrator, but
right.
To be able to have this going on while your life is, well, you know, your day life is going on.
Yeah.
You know, having almost like having like two lives, almost like you're living two lives throughout your entire lifetime. You know,
the secret identity.
I won't say a secret identity, but yeah. But you know, that's what it is. You know, so we gotta get going. So. Whatever. Skynet huffing that internet gas. Okay. Did you see the tweet that I made that I tagged you in?
What, the one just now or
no? It came from like I think it was like 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
Wait, were you the one that shared that?
Okay, so let's bring this up because this is a good topic to discuss here. Now, you were on Twitter, and I remember you putting this up on Twitch. You like, okay, y'all get me to do this damn challenge, and I'm doing it. And then I put up a little tweet tagging you, and it said, "Little does Sean know that he's not the first person to redesign those characters."
Oh, my bad.
He's not
I don't
the
even know
first.
if I commented on that. I hope I did. But... Man, listen. Look, bro. Do you know how badly I wanted that book to come out?
It has been 3 years now. It has been 3 years.
Like, you can't make.
I feel like
that's an art form. I don't care. I don't care if Dan Kibblesmith is listening. Yo, bring it out, bro. Please.
I am disappointed because it was so roasted so bad to the point where it had to just be shelved indefinitely.
But what kills me is I'm like, wait, y'all brought out Miles Morales' store, like you printed it. So what I want to know is how bad was the New Warriors that they was like, nah. That's
so let me get this straight. Snowflake, Safe Space, Diabetic Dora the Explorer,
right.
Internet Gas. You know, we gonna shell that, but by Odin's Fade,
yeah, that came out.
That went through the editing process. That said yes.
Well, that just leads me to believe that New Warriors was so cringe that it was even cringe beyond Miles' store, which I don't know if that's even possible.
Let's take
Snowflake and Safe Space were dressed up like losers.
Yes, they were. And I'm still gonna finish that, y'all.
You better.
I'm still gonna finish.
Oh, we both redrew them as well. We jumped in on
that's
that
what I was saying. So we did that like a year.
Guarantee he's looking for it right
years
now.
ago, like 2 years before you did that. We did that pretty much on the eve of that. And then here's a little story, and this is all the way back from like the first like 2 or 3 seasons of Makini Live.
Mm-hmm.
So we had so we dedicated, and I think this is at the time I was at like 300 subscribers or so, and you know, I was talking mad shit about Kibblesmith. I was talking mad shit about Kibblesmith that we were dedicated we were going to dedicate an entire Wednesday stream to finishing up. It was me, myself, Marco, an old friend of ours, and Riot Kitty, who was in the chat. We were going to finish up our redesigns. And what happened was we had to start the stream twice.
Oh, man.
Want to know why?
Why?
I assume one of Kibblesmith's little fans didn't take fondly of what I was saying, of me calling him a punk ass bitch, and they decided to flag the stream the first time. They decided to flag it.
Yeah,
someone flagged my stream the first time, and we had to run up a second time, and that went through. I fought both times, and we won, saying no, there was no nudity in neither stream. So my point still stands. Kibblesmith is a punk ass bitch.
I mean, I can't disagree. I was trying to be nice about it because I was
I assume somebody wasn't a little too happy with what I was saying, and they're going to try to flag my stream down, and I still won. So,
Oh man. I just wanted it out. I was gonna talk crap, but I was
fucking say this boyfriend shit. I'm like, what's wrong with that? Sorry.
What were their names again? It was Trailblazer.
Trailblazer. Be negative.
And
Internet gas, that's what we refer to as internet gas, and then Snowflake is safe space.
I don't remember what internet gas's name actually was.
Now, okay, I'm gonna show you. Okay, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you my version. So this was my version that I did on and this was back in 2020. This is in late 2020. So I'm gonna show you my screen. So here, and we're gonna scroll all the way down to 2020, and right here about here, this is about November, and let's see. Let's see. Where is it? I think, was this before October? Was this before Maki-tober? I think this is before October.
Yeah.
No. This is after. This is after.
Mm-hmm.
This is way after.
Sure?
Yeah, this is way after because this was.
Yeah, you weren't calling it.
Here it is. Here we go.
Oh,
so this is my version.
That is.
And I just did Trailblazer, Snowflake, and Safe Space. Now,
I do appreciate that you used my design for Safe Space. I do.
I may have. So
as
like
inspiration.
with Trailblazer, I basically just made her just more on the chubby side because there's a difference.
You know what's funny? I was even trying to bring that up in the thread. I'm like, listen, if y'all want to. Well, first of all, I don't know. I'm just like, y'all could have actually made that size and made it.
Sorry,
I still try to act like. Wait, can I get canceled for appealing? I don't know.
Make it chubby and appealing, chubby but appealing, not like what we saw there. So made that. Now with Snowflake and Safe Space, let's put it this way. Kibble Smith said that they were both like non-binary, androgynous.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I made Snowflake much more feminine. Her an actual ponytail and everything. And then I turned Safe Space into an actual stereotypical jock.
Right.
Looked like an actual jock. It just gave him some dreads.
It's a good move. I like the design.
Yeah. I think Safe Space is probably my favorite one just because I like the idea of the kind of the jacket pulled down around his waist like that. Yeah, that was my designs apparently.
Hey man, I'd read that versus whatever the heck Dan Kibblesmith was trying to pull up.
To be fair, the Safe Space design, it looks like he can make even the color pink look good on him. That was my little design. That was my little history with that, and I wanted to share that with you because I know everybody was pestering you to do it, and it was like, little does he know that.
You know, it's funny too because apparently a lot of people did that.
I know that was,
but not in the vein of what we were doing it. Like they were kind of. I saw people doing fan art of it as it, and just kind
that
of
was
like,
screen. Okay, that's what was screen time.
Screen time.
Thank you, Brian Kitty.
Everybody forgets Screen Time's name. Like he's like the most unimportant one.
Exactly, because it's all everybody think is Grandpa. No. Be negative is the forgotten one. The Screen Time is the one with the what was it? Grandpa's experimental internet gas.
It's the worst superpower. How do you explain that?
That's why I've been trying to ask that question since. How do you explain internet gas?
I don't know. I just want to see the book. I'm like, I know they got the files. Somebody need to delete the files.
I am sad. I'm sad that it has been released because I was going to dedicate an entire stream to read every single page of that book, and I've been denied that.
That's what's so sad about it.
Please.
Which reminds me, actually, so me and my boy, that we, Twitch stream game, I bought, what did I buy? I bought when Bishop went and
when Bishop went into the alternate universe to find out did every black X-Men was black. I
bought that, and I bought the Miles Morales Thor at the same time on Amazon. We read it on stream, and I'm like, this has to be a YouTube. So I downloaded the video, and I just have to edit it down. And I should have did it, but I don't know. Like one day I'll get to finish it. But did you read the Miles Morales story, by the way?
I've seen enough. I have seen enough.
Oh, it gets worse.
Like, here's what I don't get. Because it was at the time I was like, okay, so they're just gonna make Miles, everybody become everyone, right? Except be his own character. And I was like, okay, you want to do a Thor book? I was like, it's just nothing. But here's where my problem stems from. Why do you have to make it some of the most it is stereotypical to a fault.
Like, I don't even
really. And you're from New York.
Yeah, I was. Let me tell you, when me and my boy read it online, it took us 20 minutes to get past the first page because there was so much to analyze. I was like, yo, I can't do this. I can't. We just kept laughing the entire time. I'm like, there's too much to pack in. They got the sneakers hanging off the wires, graffiti on the walls. He's rapping.
Why does Milner have graffiti on this?
My man still had the Nike, the fake Nikes on. Yeah, he had the water those on. Yeah,
this is.
You know what was funny? I mean, not to get too deep into it, but I did a joke tweet about that, talking about like how I stand for this, and I'm repping it. And then I thought I did enough sarcasm in it. People were like, "What's wrong with you?" And I'm like, "Guys, I'm joking. No black person on earth is actually going to stand by the line by Odin's fate."
The creators of this particular book, I am guaranteed, are terminally online. They have never seen. They have never interacted with actual groups of black people in real life. I could guarantee you that. I am confident in saying that because this is like every single black stereotype you could think of.
But what's weird about it? It's like black stereotypes from like, I don't know, from like the early 80s or something. Like it's like
early 80s. It's like a Gen Z. It's like Gen Z. It's like stereotypes, man. Come on.
Oh man, what's Dan up to now? Like, where's
what the hell, man? Like I saw anime and I saw a bunch of people rip into this. I'm like, yo, get the blowback you deserve. I'm like,
they need to release that book, man. That's all I know. They need to release the book.
No, I'm saying with the Miles Store book because somebody I follow Jane Theory. She makes a great point when it comes to this kind of like when you kind of write black stories and write black characters, and I'm like, you have to hit every single specific stereotype imaginable as a default,
like they did with Batwoman.
Yes.
Oh, they did that with Batwoman.
It has to be about race. Their issues have to be about race. It has to be as urban hood as possible, and I'm like,
in the TV show when they were changing actresses, they decided they were going to write the new one as a former a former drug dealer or a former drug addict.
Oh Jesus Christ!
And then they casted that beautiful woman,
mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you guys don't see the problem with this, right?
They're helping. Well, I mean, according to them,
I am going to quote the idiot. I'm going to quote the idiot that I quote tweeted earlier this week on that aerial drawing I'm going to quote tweet that moron. I'm going to quote what that moron says. Clearly, they have never interacted with an actual black person before.
Right.
Clearly, they haven't. Because this is the kind of stuff that I will scream to the heavens, and I will die on that hill. No,
Wait, you mean what Riot Kitty's referring to?
Even yes.
They doubled down on that because they said that it was a slavery / Holocaust story.
Wait, sorry. Which story was this?
The
Little Mermaid.
Oh,
you know the one that is. I need to check. Go.
I mean, is there any other boxes you want to tick to piss people off?
I don't. Oh man. Oh man. I don't know.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna looking this up right now. Hang on. Let's see. Second week drop. Let's see. So it got blown out by Across the Spider-Verse and Fast X. Probably Fast X. So yeah, I'm expecting at least a big second week drop. At least a second week drop. I don't think it's gonna make its money back. And considering the amount of controversy and the amount of just push out of ish that it was going on, I you know what? You just get what you deserve. I'm just gonna say.
Actually, speaking of which, did y'all see the tweet? There's a tweet going around. I forgot who posted it, saying like, "Oh, this Little Mermaid has already surpassed 1989's Mermaid in sales." I'm like,
doubtful.
Hang on.
I'm like,
hang on, Sean. I got the perfect clip for that.
You serious?
And what I was like, I'm like, guys, look, I know I'm not expecting people to be a scholar, but of course it made more. The tickets are $17 now. Like, what do you? we have IMAX.
No. I'm sorry, Sean. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. We got to detour just for a moment.
No
just
problem.
for a little bit, because I was supposed to talk about this. Because us as an art channel, this concerns art. This concerns art here. Now, I assume you saw my quote tweet, and I assume you saw the image we're referring to, right?
Wait.
Hang on, let me blow my screen up. I want to blow my screen up.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. I was actually going to address this, but I decided not to. I don't know why, but
I replied to one specific tweet that I thought was just beyond stupid. Get me just. You don't get. It takes. I'm gonna tell you something about this, Sean. It takes you and Mads knows. You're gonna have to hit a certain. You're gonna have to hit a certain nerve with me to get me to actually quote tweet.
Right.
You're gonna have to hit.
I can barely get him to do it.
Oh, for real?
You have to actually try and get me to quote tweet you. Now,
for real, I can barely get him to do it.
I'm gonna bring.
You're trying to encourage him to do it more? Or?
No. Do it less.
I mean, if you could share out my streams every now and then.
Okay. Anyway, first off, I'm gonna bring this up because this broke Twitter. Basically, this art broke Twitter. Let me say this right now. This art is gorgeous.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely gorgeous.
The color scheme, everything is vibrant.
Beautifully drawn. And I'm
waiting
for the black.
I would have loved to seen. I would have loved to have seen this. Seriously, I would have loved to have seen this. For real. This is beautifully drawn, and this drawing broke the internet basically.
Yeah.
because this was drawn from a still from
new
the
movie.
live action film.
Yeah.
It was drawn from a still, and the artist made it specifically. I really loved this moment in the film and wanted to draw the cartoon.
Right.
Cartoon. Hang on. Let me zoom in. So I say it right here. I'm gonna zoom in. Highlight here. Cartoon. Let me say it again. Cartoon. Ariel. Cartoon Ariel. Not the live action Ariel. Cartoon Ariel. Can I say that? Is that loud enough? Everybody understand? The cartoon Ariel in this image.
They didn't get the memo. Let her have a moment, or whatever they were saying.
Quote tweets. The quote tweets and the people responding.
I think I know exactly which tweet, but go on. Let me.
It's deleted, and they deleted that tweet, by the way. Are
you serious?
They knew the shit they got to blow back because it wasn't even available. I ain't gonna go down to the quote tweets here, but I was kind of ashamed. I was kind of ashamed by my own my own race. Yes, right. Because y'all are so just. It's just blind. It's just blindness that y'all cannot understand that this was the cartoon version, not the live action version. This broke y'all.
I think the weird part about it is like they were trying to blame her of swapping.
They were trying to.
And I'm like,
there was an artist who put, "This is weird. I'm going to show you my version."
Oh, I seen that
of Halle Berry, and I'm like, that is a beautiful drawing. Don't worry.
It was really good.
Beautiful. However, that was a very condescending response.
Very.
And you don't explain how that is weird. And yes, they got blowback for that.
Oh. It's funny. I kind of thought, like, on a side note, but it's still on topic. I kind of thought the same when, well, I mean, obviously, y'all didn't care because y'all went after, Snowflake and Safe Space too. But I kind of felt like, am I being mean? But then I'm like, it's just Marvel. But this is like, to artists personally, I don't think I can't do that.
Wow.
Like to go after.
Crazy. Yeah, there was a lot more. After it blew up, a lot of people came in defense of her. A lot of people. So there was already a huge support behind this. So because this is stupid. This is just stupid. And unfortunately, the quote tweet was deleted. But
was it the tweet?
What they said was basically this artist doesn't. It's clear that this artist doesn't know how to draw black people. And I was like, excuse me?
You know what's funny? And I think you already noticed already and about to say, the tweet right under that aerial piece on that artist page literally has melanin in it.
This artist has drawn black people before. And everybody was pointing that out to her, to this dumbass. Sorry, I'm going to call this dumbass here. Everybody was pointing that out. There was already a drawing of a black person underneath her tweet. There was already a drawing. There was already more of that. You just had to scroll down far enough to find that. So to say that this is stupid, just stupid. And the fact of the matter is, this idiot here, she doesn't draw a lot of black AOC people, but it doesn't negate what I said. It negates everything you just said.
Right.
It negates all of it. You don't get to decide. You don't get to decide that because here's the stupid argument. Her stupid argument is because the black people that she's drawn apparently was too light. Was too light-skinned. That's their argument.
Which is crazy because this artist has drawn dark skin before. I don't know, man. You know what it is? Like people, they post This is why sometimes when I like, you know,
That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I replied to you. I said, you know what? We really need to have that edit tweet button because
yes,
it can save y'all from looking like a dumbass.
Yes. Yes.
And basically it saves you from getting ratio to oblivion.
I don't know. I just saw a ratio tweet when I was like outside, like right before I came on stream. About, I forgot who it was. It was some dude saying like, "Oh, video games are unattractive to women. Y'all gotta stop playing." You know, one of those. Yo, it got ratioed by women. I'm like,
Sean,
bro, you got ratioed by women. Bro.
Sean, let me some of this here. I know you're familiar with that Dove campaign, right?
Oh yes. All right.
So I dedicated. So because I did 2 tweets responded to how bad that tweet was.
Right.
Because that wasn't enough. I had to dedicate an entire morning show, break it down. How pissed off that hit a nerve with me, because that hit a nerve with me personally. But that wasn't enough. On the stream with Ryan, Mads wanted to step. When I was doing that stream on that Thursday, Mads came into my chat and said, "Oh no, we talking about this on Sunday," because she had some words to say as well.
Uh-oh.
I revert to y'all to go back and watch those 2 shows we did. I went into it hard. Mads went into it just as hard, and she was pissed.
Oh man.
Yeah, on that thought, yeah, sorry Ryan for taking over that portion of the stream because I see you're still
Ryan was totally fine with that. Ryan was like, "Go ahead."
I still feel the need to apologize. It's not like me to go in like that.
But and to be fair, in that Dove commercial, they got ratioed real bad.
Yeah, they did.
They got ratioed real bad. And I had to make a disclaimer because they put up a behind the scenes trailer, and I had to make a huge disclaimer, and I had to say it at least 5 times. Listen, we are going after the company itself.
Right, not
the 4 women involved in that ad campaign.
Right.
We're going after the company itself because, like I said, it takes a bit. Like I said, just like it does give me the quote tweet, you're gonna have to try to get me to hit a nerve with me specifically, and I'm gonna say something.
I mean, there's been a lot of quote tweetable stuff lately. It's just you just can't help it sometimes.
This year ain't over. I said this like 2021. I said it's like 2022. There's a lot of stupid this year. There's a lot of stupid going on this year, and we ain't even in half of the year. We ain't even reached the halfway point of 2023, and we already got a lot of stupid going on. There's a lot of stupid.
You know what I want, right? I want.
Yeah, unfortunately, stupid seems to be contagious.
Yes, unfortunately, yeah.
Sorry.
I actually want them to see them make a game. I want a game.
What game? Go for it.
Like them. Like I want Dove to like make a game just based on that. Did you go onto the website?
They're trying to. I want to see that happen. I want to see that happen because that's going to be endless material for me to get. That's going to be endless material for me. I'm like, okay.
I'm like, please make a game.
I was like, okay, look, this is gonna be I'm gonna turn this into a monetizing idiot. We're gonna be monetizing this company. Let's do this. Let's make it happen. Come on, make the game, please. Make the game, because I'm gonna enjoy watching you guys try to spin this. I'm gonna enjoy the amount of blowback you're gonna get from this. Because you're too stupid. Because I can't tell if you're stupid, ignorant, or you know exactly what you're doing, and you decided you're gonna do it anyway. To be fair, there's been a lot of moments, Sean. There's been a lot of moments this year where I was like, "No, you're not stupid. You knew exactly what you're doing. You knew what you're doing ain't right, and you did it anyway."
Oh yeah.
I call it Starbucks marketing.
Exactly.
That's a good term.
Exactly.
That's what I call it. It's Starbucks like marketing. You never see Starbucks advertising because they don't need to. They
Right.
get somebody's name wrong on the cup. The person takes a picture to make fun of Starbucks, doing it, giving Starbucks the free advertising. It's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
They
No,
do
you're
shit
right.
to piss people off, so people will go on to Twitter, to live streams, whatever, and complain about that, say how stupid they're doing, and we're just giving them the advertising they want.
You know, the advertising, yeah, exactly. Like what happened with Velma.
Oh God.
Oh, yeah.
Oh Lord, I forgot about
Velma, the new Teenage
It's in the
Mutant Ninja
second
Turtles
season.
movie.
It's getting a second season. Yeah, Ninja Turtles. I
Didn't
stay far away from that.
Didn't I say it the moment that the first episode went out? I friggin' said it. That everyone hate watched it to the point they're going to get it a second season.
They're also referring to. She's also referring to the Seth Rogen TMNT.
Ah, that beauty.
Yeah. Because with how they did depict April O'Neil in that one, I'm like, for me, I was like, nope, I am not gonna fall for this. Nope, I am not gonna fall for this. No, no, you're not gonna get me to talk about. You're not gonna get me to talk about this. No, I know exactly what you're trying to pull, and I'm not gonna fall for it. So I decided not to do that. However, Sean, I am going to. However, Sean, I did something that, and if this was any other moment, would have got me crucified on Twitter.
Which was?
So I saw my friend was talking about this. My friend Arwyn Avalon, she was talking about this. She did an impromptu stream explaining her side, and she said something about, at the end of the stream, she said something that was like, I can only imagine, what it's like, and it just is so, what it's appreciate the melanin count. She appreciated the melanin count. She appreciated just like she wondered what it was like, what it's like to be of that skin tone. And my stupid ass, my dumb ass said, challenge accepted. Because you know what I did. You know what I did. And because I did it as a joke, I thought it'd be funny. And I was like, I'll probably get. What are you thinking?
Did you end up drawing April?
No, I drew my friend Arwyn.
Oh, okay.
But here's the difference, though. But here's the part where it would have got me crucified, because I'm about to share my screen. Hang on a second. Let me find it. Just give it. There, 3, 2. We're in it to load up. I drew her as black. I race swapped her.
Yo, that is hilarious.
But because she's a ginger, I made sure to keep the ginger.
That is. You should print and frame that, bro.
It worked. She loved it. He loved it. It's
that's hilarious.
Legit. When he first showed me the picture, I went directly into his DMs, which is something that rarely happens between the two of us. I'm like, you sure about this? Did you check with her?
And it's like, no, she was in on the entire time. Everybody, in fact, everybody in her chat was like, do it. I was like,
okay.
People loved it.
I gotta highlight this one because it is from our ambassador. But as always, I love it. I love his comment, and this one is just brilliant. First of all, hey Grumpy.
Hey Grumpy.
All the hate watching told the execs people liked Velma, so we're screwed. Haven't seen a single episode. The trailer was enough for me to understand Velma is garbage. That is what trailers are for.
Right.
Said. That was my point with Velma, and I'm actually personally glad that I didn't talk about it, because like, yeah, we're just giving them attention. This is intentional. Yeah, Minnie Kaling, this is all done intentional. So yeah, no, I'm not giving you that. I'm not giving you that attention. And I did the same for the Seth Rogen TMNT film, although it does look good. But yeah, I'm not gonna fall for that. I'm not gonna fall for that. You just form a controversy.
I don't know. I saw a full trailer today, and yeah, pass.
Are you kind of mixed?
That's not easy for me. That's not easy for me to say for a Ninja Turtles movie.
Well, and to be fair, there have been multiple live action interpretations, or there have just been multiple interpretations.
I liked the Michael Bay ones. I liked the Michael Bay ones. I liked most of the cartoons. This looks garbage. Garbage. Full out garbage. Come on.
No. I didn't pay. I'll say this. I didn't pay attention to the Nickelodeon adaptations. Not that much.
Yeah.
And the most recent one that had the Black April O'Neil. Listen, you have to listen. I'm gonna say that one thing about the Nicktoons show that nobody brings up. Say what you will about that specific TMNT adaptation. You can't deny
animation.
That and the animation is freaking sick.
Me and my boys
animation. I think it's hand drawn. It's the animation, especially for the action scenes they did, is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's freaking sick. I one of my first YouTube videos here. Me and my boy, we did a reaction on one of the new trailers, and I'm looking at him like, yo, I don't like this art style, but this fight scene,
damn,
is crazy. Like, I literally want to reference it. I'm like, whoever choreographed that, I want to know him or her.
I was like, and I'm assuming that's, and I'm assuming I was like, yeah, that has to be computer. It also has to be like hand drawn computer. They had to really study it frame by frame to be able to pull that off. But that choreograph is freaking insane. Like you don't get stuff like that now. You really don't get well animated stuff like that because it's too expensive. It's too expensive to animate nothing like that. And like you see with a lot of animes and such like that, it's like they save like the really good anime. I remember this back during Bleach. Like they saved it's really the most important fight scenes where they go top notch with the animation,
right,
and the choreography because they know how expensive
Team
it is.
A and to be like, listen, we got some keyframes here. I'm gonna need you to go ham.
Yeah, you got to go ham on this. It's like that's the budget we got. But it's just like it's amazing stuff like that. You amazing seeing stuff like that though. And then take care, Riot. But Ray says like films like Kubo and the Two Strings don't get attention because they don't deserve Soulless. They deserve because Soulless Tripe like Disney remakes get all the attention. Listen, I will stand by what I said, and I will stand by this. All, and I mean all, Disney live action remakes are soulless, pointless, worthless, waste of time. And I say that about all of them.
Yeah, I have to agree on that.
Because there just seems no, I just see a severe lack of creativity. So the whole thing with the Little Mermaid thing, it's just like, you know, we've seen so much controversy behind it. We've seen so much of just like this discourse and such like that. And I'm just, for me personally, and I'll say it's personally for me, I'm kind of happy it's not doing well. Because it's like all of that posturing, all that posturing, all the Stan account, and I'm calling the Stan accounts out too about this. All that is for what? Something is probably going to be forgotten.
Yeah, because nobody remembers these live actions. Who's talking about Aladdin and Will Smith? Nobody remembers that.
Well, I remember seeing that first trailer and seeing Will Smith as Genie. That was like the stuff of nightmares.
Yeah, Will Smith kind of guaranteed that nobody's talking about that anymore. Anytime you mention Will Smith's name, it's all the same thing. Not that I didn't reference it myself last night.
Oh, you did? Oh, did you now?
I did. When I was hanging out in Fresh Outs chat, one of the guys said something, and I couldn't help but drop that.
Oh, okay. I see. I see what you mean there. But also just like you can't ignore just like it was like the whole Little Mermaid thing was like just it almost seems like it was doomed from the start because it just like the CGI was bad, like real bad.
Right.
You and Disney has a very notable history of bad CG, as what we saw with She-Hulk.
Oh God.
She got Victoria Alonso fired. Just want to let y'all know that.
Yo, I forgot she was gone.
Y'all forgot. Oh, I didn't forget. Because she was the head of the CG department. Just like, listen, I'm done with and just like I'm glad I left the MCU after Endgame because I knew what was coming.
Yeah, there's not much left.
Because I foresaw. Were you familiar with the whole all new all? Of course, you were familiar with the whole all new all different Marvel at the time.
Yeah,
that's where we got the Kamala Khans, the Riri Williams stuff. I saw that coming a mile away.
Oh yeah,
I saw that coming a mile away.
Miles is getting routed.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what happened? Miles is what?
To the MCU. Miles is getting added.
Oh yeah, he's getting added, and I'm just no interest. I was done.
Yo,
I was done.
I don't want to get too. I'm not getting controversial here because, like I said, I have no like stake in Miles. Like he's boring to me.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When they announced his like, oh, he's gonna be in live action. Y'all had to see the thread, and I'm not gonna bring up the thread. It was the most toxic thing I have ever seen.
Twitter,
where people, yes, it was an entire race war, and I, for one, was completely like, I wasn't shocked, but I was disappointed.
I was just like, yeah. Was this on Reddit?
No,
Twitter.
It was on. It was on a Twitter thread.
Yeah, I'm not
surprised. Twitter and Toxic go hand in hand.
I am not surprised in the slightest.
Where all the fans just started fighting each other. Oh, he's got to be dark skinned. Oh, he's got to be biracial. No, biracial's allowed. I'm like, holy crap.
Oh yeah,
actually, the actor that if he's not already casted, he's the front runner. He is a cutie, and 100%, I stand it.
Okay. I'm just saying. I'm just gonna say this. Listen. The same people who was like championing Little Mermaid were likely the same people who were throwing a hissy fit at the at who they casted to be Nani in live action Lilo and Stitch.
Yes. Yes.
I
sorry.
I steer clear of those. I steer clear of those conversations ever since Red Sonja. No, thank you.
I listen. I understand. Listen. And I think they're doing it with. I think they were throwing the shade at another character. They were throwing outrage at another character because it was Sunspot in I guess the 90s in the 90s remake of the X-Men 90s remake, because he's the voice actor for Sunspot isn't dark enough, and I'm like,
or voice.
This is the same argument you threw at Nani just like a month ago. She was announced, despite the fact that not the actress is actually Polynesian.
Yep.
Is actually Hawaiian, but no.
I guess this is one of the reasons where it was just like, yo, it's just time to make your own stuff, because
it's like, fuck off.
They can't. You can't.
My tolerance level has started to wean in on stuff like this in the past couple of years now.
Right.
You understand what when I say I am so done with fanboys.
You understand? You understand why? You understand why there was specific news? There was specific political news that happened last week that I so bad want to rant about it right now, but that's not what this channel is about. It has to do with a certain organization and basically discovering the very thing that I was saying the entire time. The very thing that a lot of people were saying the entire time.
Oh, I think I caught it. I'll leave that alone.
No, it's fine. That's fine. Because all I have is one little clip. All I have is one little clip to describe that specific political news. And I'm gonna share my screen just for one moment. And this describes my entire reaction to this ordeal. Wait, hang on a second. Let me share my screen one more time. Make sure I get the audio up, please. Thank you. And we might get the yellow dollar sign of sadness, but we're already past 8 minutes in. So this is my entire reaction to that specific news of the very thing that everybody was saying the entire time. Fuck you! I was right. Fuck you! I was right. Fuck you! I was right.
Oh man, that's good.
Yeah,
Don't make me laugh like that.
that's all I'll say. I might save that for the morning show tomorrow, but that's all I'm saying. Because I want to get into this because I'm just gonna get angry because all that's gonna happen is just gonna make me angry. And we have a guest here. That's not what I want to be this channel to be. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna say. Anyway,
that's like one of those times. You ever see like news that you're just like, it's so obviously ridiculous, and then it just comes out, and you're like, yo, I can't even tweet about this. I'm so overwhelmed that I can't even articulate my severe disappointment.
The funny thing about Twitter is, and I'm gonna try to, and I'm trying to start limiting my time on that platform just because how bad it is, how the contagion is.
Limiting, not leaving like you were threatening the other day. I don't care how many gifts I need to drop of me holding on to your leg. I'm going to do it. Don't make me go to Discord, please.
I'm assuming it's the only thing that's keeping her on Twitter. I'm assuming.
I will gather the council of MILFs to make sure you don't leave Twitter.
Yeah, can you get the council to get...
I mean, that's a good reason not to leave.
No. The convincing reason leads to get them to maybe take off that search suggestion ban on me.
Oh, yeah.
They finally did it for Master.
Yeah, they finally did it, and so you got to stay. It was Master of the TDS who got me to kind of hold the course. I was like, no, stay the course, Mac. You got this. I was like, all right, fine.
There's a lot of MILFs that'll be very sad if you leave Twitter.
No, there's a lot of art. Not really that. No, but it listen. I'll put it this way, Sean. It was a fresh wound on me getting locked out of my Instagram because you searched my name on Instagram, and then there was actual art.
There was a hashtag for
not from me, but
art style
from others. Yeah. For
Grumpy and I discovered.
I've done drawn this in your style a couple times before, and I've done interpretations. I've had people, and I've actually had one or two accounts who've actually done versions of my own work.
It's not one or two accounts. Grumpy and I discovered that when we were in the campaign to get this guy to give you your account back, and there is a lot of people that did the hashtag drawn in Makini draw style or Makini 90.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can imagine too, because your page that's a huge count. 75. Yeah.
500. Wait, wasn't yours like 15K?
Yeah, it's still there.
Okay.
It's still there. I just don't like. I posted on it the other day, and I think like I don't know. I got like 600 likes on something. I was like, oh, okay. I guess that's about the. I'm like, maybe the shadow ban is over, but I'm like so past IG right now. I kind of don't care.
I understand. consistent.
I was like,
no, I was like,
jaded.
I think for me, it just made me jaded. I think it was like hitting like, I think it started in 2019, and I'll tell you, this is where I got the adopted name, the CSF, which is an acronym for cute, sexy, and fun, and that's actually based on an art style. Mm-hmm. And I think the first time I did that, it shot up to 400, but it kept consistently like. A lot of my posts were consistently like 250 to 400 or even 500 or 600. It wasn't until like Halloween of 2020 that I did I just did a work in progress. I drew one of my characters as 2B for Halloween. Okay. And that work in progress sketch I did was like the first post to hit 1,000.
Wait.
It blew up.
Wait, hold on. You were hitting 1,000 with 75K?
7,500.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 7,500. Well,
no, not 75K, 7,500.
Oh, okay.
0, not you with 15K, three zeros, right? Yeah, no.
It's still impressive. I mean, come on.
No, that's still yeah, that's still
yeah. That was
that's like about progress. What you're supposed to be hitting.
Yeah, that's like a work in progress too. But no, then I did a little crossover sketch of like League of Legends and King of Fighters with Mai and Ari, and that hit 2.2K or 2.2K. So, nice. But I was hitting like 700 to 800s until like it started, until they felt like the shadow bans were happening where I could barely get across 200.
Sure, man.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. And it's kind of the same here. Because I hit on Twitter, it was just weird because it was just like a sudden drop when I was breaking like 150 per post. I was breaking near 150 for a bit, and because I got back into. I got back into doing Fortnite. I got back into drawing Fortnite skins, and it was like that was stuff that kind of blew up. That was kind of what blew my account up. Was just doing the Fortnite stuff. I do it now. I do it every month now, so that's just a regular thing because I love drawing the skins. But it's just like I noticed that it's just been like for a month and a half. It was just like so low, and it's like I was worried that it's like my reach was just so limited on purpose, and I keep getting the sensitivity warnings, and I feel like it was done intentionally at me. Like,
yeah, that is weird.
Yeah. When it's like, as we said earlier in the show, it's like, wait a minute, why is it that it was like, yeah, it's just like you get sensitivity. I get sensitivity warnings. I'm like, there are accounts here,
right?
That are I'm tame.
Accounts offering, extracurricular.
My ish is tame. Yeah, it's like my ish is tame compared to what what else is out there. I was like, I don't understand.
Yeah, so you have people promoting their only pens.
Right.
OF, put an OF count. I follow a lot of not safe for work stuff that is way more explicit than anything I could even put up with, and it's just they don't get hit with warnings. But it was that thing that our Kitty keeps telling me this, like they don't see the sensitivity warnings, but I do. It's so odd. It's just so odd. And then it's just like I looked my name up on because you can actually look your name up, see if you are shadow banned. It's like I'm not shadow banned, but I have a search suggestion ban. And I figured that might be the case. It's like
I should check mine. I don't think I have anything going on, but
I don't. Yeah, it's like I don't complain about this stuff. I really don't. I usually keep my mouth shut about this stuff. It's just doesn't concerns anybody else but me. It's just, but it was just something that just did bother me. It's just something that was just like, I just don't understand.
That's looking dope.
That is,
huh?
That is.
That's looking so dope.
Oh, what you're doing right now?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I have you on screen. I've you on screen the entire time, man. When I'm still in the thumbnails, I'm still doing thumbnails. Like,
it is funny because I'm only fast with portraits.
okay.
Yeah, you try telling me to like, like, hey, can you do a background with? I'm like, whoa.
Like, okay, you know what? That's a good thing because we're nearing the 2-hour point right now.
I was just about to point that out.
To wrap it up, but I want to get one last discussion in, and that is, how long have you been doing digital?
I don't know if I want to count the stage in which I was doing pencil and then scanning in for Photoshop, which was fun fact. My first ever digital piece, which was in college, I did a Mega Man X, and my teacher came, I think was it in Illustrator or Photoshop? It was in Photoshop. My teacher came up to me, looked at me, and said, "Sean, why does this have 74 layers?" And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, to answer your question, I want to say, well, let's do the easy answer. Like completely digital, like just off the screen like this.
Yeah, started doing digital. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, when was that? That was. How long did I have my iPad for? I want to say like 5 years.
Okay.
And there's a learning curve to this.
Oh, there is.
Yeah, there truly is a learning curve to this. This is it's weird at first because you want to feel the actual pencil and it's not there, and you just got to get used to the fact that the pencil does not exist. And the only reason I really got into this was because I just wanted something that would like kind of save time so I could just jump in without having to worry about, scanning and then, all that other process stuff. But yeah, so about 5 years.
Okay. How long does it usually take to you to do just like a regular drawing?
Sometimes I wish Procreate tracks my time. So that's the only reason I sort of know. Like however long, like we've been talking for what, like almost 2 hours? So like, so I guess this would, just a couple of like, finishing touches and highlights and stuff. And like, I guess
that's insane.
Consider this done for a portrait. Now, when you ask me for like something more involved, let me see if I can
something more involved, maybe like a full body or something like that, or just even like a half body or even like a half,
because it would
stuff or something like that.
I know my cover for Metal Legion was like an absurd amount of time. I have to check. I think that was like 65 hours or something like that.
Oh my god!
And that one was rough because is it this one? Yeah, this one was rough.
Oh my gosh!
This one almost.
Wow! Wow!
This hurt because I didn't I had like reference per se, but I didn't reference any of the poses. So I was just trying to, which is not advisable. I
had to stop. Sorry, I had to stop what I'm doing right now. Wow.
Yeah.
So if I go here, let me see.
Yeah, everybody's in the chat. Everybody's looking at everybody. Yeah, there are people in the chat right now commenting like, holy, yeah, it says 65 hours. Wow.
Statistics.
Yep.
No, Jesus Christ. I forgot I added more. So 69 hours and 15 minutes.
Nice.
Well, yeah, this I should be faster than that, really. I mean, but this hurt a lot. Like I actually was just funny because I'm now going through, like, every so often my style takes a evolution. Man, I wish I can kind of
Brocus says, "Damn, Sean, that looks amazing."
Oh, thank you.
Power says that's dope.
I think that's the compliment of the
day. Wow.
There was a moment in time where I was I wish I had the actual. Maybe I'll like repost it, but it was like a picture of like Goku Black, and I was doing this thing where I was doing like the spotting black shades, and then I was doing cell shading, and I was doing too much of it at the same time, if that makes any sense. So it just looked busy. So then I kind of just dialed it down to spotting blacks. And sometimes I'll do the cell shading, but just to a lesser degree. One, to speed up time, and two, so that it's like easier on the eyes.
Right.
But that's just
that one
like
next
for
to
me.
Batman is fantastic.
Oh,
Pattinson
this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, right
Yeah,
on
this
the
one.
end. Next to it.
Wait. Hold on. I did have another Batman in here, didn't I? I had that. I had. I know I had. Are you talking about? Did you see the one with like it's like Bane in the background? I don't know if you're thinking about that one.
No, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, yeah, that's somewhere in the recesses of my gallery.
No, I'm definitely going to be doing a deep dive onto your shorts and stuff later.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
cool.
are. Yeah, Sean, Sean, I know this is too early for me to ask, but we need to have you back on, man.
Oh yeah, of course.
We need to do like serious, like we need to get into like serious art talk, like serious art talk, because wow.
I had I was about to say before because I had to once again like I had to sit down and talk with my my boy, my art partner, and I was like,
yeah, I was just about to ask about that one, the one you just highlighted.
Wait,
no, Brock's comment.
Oh my god. Oh my god!
That sounds like a story.
The artist version.
They're talking about Snowflake.
Oh, okay.
Where are they? Hold on.
Procreate. You showed a WIP of that. I remember you showing that. And...
Oh, here they are.
Oh,
here they are.
Damn.
The Ultimate Hodge twins.
Kind of looks like freaking. Looks like freaking Aqualad from The Young Justice, man.
Oh snap! You're right.
It does.
It looks like Aqualad. Looks like Calendar, man.
When I saw it, when I did it at first, I'm like, yo, why did I make Cisco?
He does look like Aqualad. Oh my god. That looks sick though.
I will finish
wow,
it,
that looks sick.
Thank you.
Yes, and Ray, that is Procreate, by the way. That is Procreate. What you're seeing right now. That's stunning, man. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I had to finish. I mean, I have like commissions and stuff that I need to get to and finish the comic book, so that's not my priority. But
Broken said, I made a comment on Twitter about making their personalities close to the hospital. I twist to piss people off, and damn, that looks incredible. Rocky said they would never have hired you as the ostrich right in your hand.
I'm kind of worried, but kind of excited about becoming. Because I did a poll. That was when they offed Miss Marvel, and that's when I did the poll and said like, "Yo, do y'all want me to redesign?" Yes. Two people, yeah. Two different people said, "Hey, redraw Miss Marvel," and then somebody said, "Redraw Snowflake and Safe Space," and then that's when I made the poll. Yes. And of course, everyone picked freaking Snowflake and Safe Space. To which, and now I'm kind of like,
I would love to see you do Kamala Khan.
I have the idea in my head.
If anything, I will happily do it with you. I will happily join you in that.
Hey, man, look, listen. I mean, I probably won't be able to do.
I need to write an actual comic book because holy, that's amazing,
right?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, Megatron's comment. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Man, this is incredible stuff, man. Like seriously, I know that takes you 65 hours because it's like
that one hurt. That one hurt. I'm not that's like not a normal like. Let me think.
It's just that I ask you because the reason I'm 5 months in doing this. I'm 5 months in Clip Studio Paint. I am 5 months into doing all of this.
Right.
And I'm so worried that it takes me so long just to even do the line art portion of whatever I put together because the line art takes like an hour and a half to like 2 hours.
Right.
And the coloring and everything takes longer and such. Like this is like today, and I'm gonna show you. This is the longest drawing I've done.
I like that one.
Yeah, this is Spider-Gwen is Cammy, and that took 17 hours.
That's not bad, man. It's 17 hours. See, I'm trying to get my time down.
Yeah. It took 17 hours, but that came from it just came from a lot. This was Nani was probably the second. Oh no, Nani was probably, but I would argue that it probably took 7. The only reason probably this took 17 hours was because I was doing because with my channel memberships, I treat my channel memberships like it was a Patreon.
Okay.
So I'm offering. So I did multiple variations. I ended up doing multiple different variations, including a nude variation of this. But yeah, and I did the same for the Silk Cindy Moon as Jury as well. This one took about 16 hours. But yeah, I think it probably just because it takes the multiple variations to do.
Right.
Like Nani, this one took like 13 total, and I only
wait. I like the stitch head.
That's a variation I did last year. I thought that was a nice little touch that I did because I learned how to render sand. I found a brush that learned how to render sand, and I thought that would be funny to do a stitch paw print.
That's good.
That'd be funny to do that. But this one took like
yes, Ray, you heard that correctly.
Yes, I am doing not safe for work variations. It's for my highest tier members. They get the not safe for work stuff.
Oh, nice.
Like my third highest is this one of Nimona from Pokemon Sword. What's the recent Pokemon game? Shoot, it's the Pokemon game that was just released this year. But yeah, I did her. And that took, I want to say it took at least 15 or 14, 13 to 15, just because a lot of time was spent on constructing the background. And I know I know backgrounds are hard for additional artists to pull off, and they are, but we do it anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, just going back, it's like I'm looking back at my older stuff. But yeah, this is like 5 months in, and it's just like you want to get fast. It's like me personally, I want to be able to do top quality stuff in like 10 hours, or I want to be able to do a sketch in like 3 or 4 hours.
Right.
Like for example, this is one of the first illustrations I did, and it was a humanized Lola Bunny, and that was I think that was what
Chinese New Year.
Yeah, it was Chinese New Year's, but I'm thinking that took at least...
That took most of the month.
I would say 11 or 12 hours total.
Yeah, we both worked on something for Chinese New Year.
Yeah, we did something for Chinese New Year's. That was the first illustration I did. But yeah, just like... Yeah, I've been documenting a lot of my older stuff, and I've just been so confident to be able to do more and more of these. And, it's just trying to learn... this is Rebecca from Edge Runners, where I dedicated for the entire month of February. I dedicated all the entire month of just drawing characters giving you Valentine's Day gifts in some way, shape, or form. So that was like a fun little kind of thing they could do for my members and stuff. But this stuff like what you see with Kiki, my redesign, that only took 7? It only took 7-8 months. 7-8 hours. 6 to 7 hours. And the thing is that because I am trying to learn so much from so many artists I follow, that my style tends to kind of switch up a bit. So I'm trying to study new techniques. Like this Raven sketch only took like 3 hours. It was like a 3-hour morning sketch, yeah. And I tried to be quick about it.
That's actually so. While you were going through that, I was going through some of my because sometimes I don't check like what my time is. So your time is actually pretty on point because I'm looking like the Yaira that I did and stuff like that, and that was about roughly like 7 hours. So your speed is about on point. But what I will say, I'm not going to say this at definitive like art talking point, but when my friend like called me up and he was like, "What slows you up?" And because I have so much to complete, and I was like, bro, it's mainly because I don't have time to draw. And he's like, what inspires you? And then we took a look through my reference folder. He's like, yo, there's too many people here. There's too many people here, and you're taking from so many, which we should all do. But I remember, what's this artist's name? His name is Ethan Becker. You may or may not know of him, but he's on YouTube. It's like the way you find your style is you find 3 artists, and you take something that you want from each of them. Like, let's say one person you really like their line art, the other person you really like.
I remember hearing that. I think I remember hearing about that. Yeah.
So basically, my friend said, yo, dial it down. Find one artist that you really like and just start drawing exactly what you see. You find the guy that you like color, just do it. And then after a while, it'll just evolve into something natural. And then you kind of just get faster.
Right. And another thing is that I probably, as much time as it takes for me to do the line art in about 2 hours, what takes longer is the rendering.
Yeah.
The rendering is just because I am trying to find the right blending brushes. I'm trying to find the right brushes and such to get the look that I want, to get the look that I'm trying to emulate.
Right.
And because I have so many, and there was cool thing was that one of my channel members, Jaffo, when I announced that I was doing digital, he gifted me like this huge package of different brushes to use, which I have been using. And I've downloaded so many different brushes and trying to find like what is the right blend, what is the right how to soften the different edges, how to soften different ways. And because you're trying to emulate a specific style.
Right.
And that's so time consuming for me to do that, because it's like, because I always have to undo and go back and try to use a board, because I use a closed board. Here, I'm going to show you this. This is my, I'm going to show you something. This is, I don't know if you do I know Procreate can do that. I know Procreate can do the time lapse thing. Yeah, because this is like, let me share. I know we're gonna wrap it up soon, everyone. I'm gonna share this. IDs. Where's my rewards badges? Okay, 2023. Let's go to April. There we go. So this is the Nani, and let me blow this up. Okay, so I'm going to show you the time lapse just for Nani in general. That's amazing. I'm going to show you the time lapse for Nani, and that took and I'll show you just kind of my process here.
Okay.
But yeah. And it's part of it just because I spend so much time trying to, and I'll admit I do have references on my screen just because I want to emulate that rendering style, or trying to emulate your rendering style I do here. And
that's some clean line art, man.
It's I think that took it depending on how much detail it takes to do the line. I'm learning that for how much really depends on how much detail you have to put into the design of the character, or how the character is. Usually lesser clothing means that you'll probably have lesser time. You'll spend lesser time in the line art, less line art phase. So you have to just make sure you refine your anatomy and stuff like that. And because I'm a sucker for doing stuff at low angles now, just because I think it looks dynamic. But yeah, that's like what 13, 14 hours just on that.
That's a good time.
Yeah,
good time and good technique.
Yeah, it's details. There's a lot of detailing I do. It's a lot of stuff I'm trying to emulate, and because I've said this before, and I'll bring up some of her work right now. But when I got because there's artists that ultimately because you like you said you put you highlight 3 specific artists that you try to pickpocket, pinpoint, take a trace from them, from each of them, and that's how you build your style. And it's like, and I agree with that wholeheartedly. But it's just like if there's an art, but there's like I came into this with the mindset that I know that it's gonna take me years to emulate this rendering style, but because I love her, but because I love her work so much and I've supported her work for years, that it actually has influenced me to he's given me the confidence to get this freaking tablet I'm using right now.
Right.
And to actually do it. And the artist I want to share is you may not have heard of her, but you've probably seen some of her work, and that is Dandin Fuga.
Oh, nice.
You may not have seen some of her work. You may have probably seen some work before. But she's a pinup artist, but I've been following her for a good chunk of at least I've been supporting her Patreon for like 5 years, going on 6 years now.
That's nice work.
Yeah, and it's, and that stuff is like trying to emulate this kind of rendering, try to render it like that. I know that's probably going to take me years.
Yeah,
to be able to match.
I mean,
it's going to be a long time.
To be honest, it might be shorter than you actually.
Yeah, if you find the tricks, the trick is, you gotta find a lot of this. You just gotta study the tricks. You gotta study the brushes they use and how they do this, that, and the third. And all it does is just like, and it's you'll be able to do that real quick. And I think that comes with time. I think that all that just comes with time, and you consistently putting the time in to just continuously improve and wanting to try to improve. But this is kind of the rendering that I want to be able to achieve someday, just because I've been so inspired by that. And that's been she's been one of my big inspirations for such a long time. So that was kind of one thing.
That's beautiful work.
It is gorgeous work. So, but I was like thinking to myself, I was like, there's probably 3 that I could probably put on, and I probably can pinpoint right now. Mm-hmm. That I'm trying to emulate, and I can probably pinpoint right now. So yeah, that's why I say this is a journey for me. This is an entire thing is a journey. This is a journey for me.
It never stops.
No, it never does.
You're gonna feel that there's times where we're still like I said, like that talk I had with my friend. That was like what a week, 2 weeks ago. I literally felt like I couldn't draw. Like it feels like that. Like there's sometimes where you hit a wall and you're just like, yo, I can't draw. I don't know how to draw.
No, it's just like, dude, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I've never hit a wall. It never feels like I've hit a wall ever since 2014.
Oh, okay.
Because 2014 was the year I took my work seriously.
Oh, got you.
2014 was the year I took my work seriously, but it never felt like I was hitting a wall because I kept being inspired. I kept having so many stuff around me to just always get inspired by, to get ideas from. Yeah. I have a huge list of folders here. Like I'll just peek into just kind of my thing here is that I have a folder just called motivations, and this folder consists of this folder consists of just every piece of work that all the artists I follow, all the stuff I grab their stuff, and I make a huge folder because I want to use it as reference. As references, and it's always growing and it's always getting bigger and bigger. So I always try to. So I never stopped being inspired by that. So that has always been the thing for me.
I guess I had to go in reverse, because there's like artists that I always love. There's artists that like I guess they technically would not compliment my style, like Jim Lee, for instance. Like he's freaking amazing.
Wait, sorry.
Oh, you blocked out for a second?
No, I Arwyned myself. I basically accidentally kicked myself out. I hit myself out. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was saying that it's funny that's a good journey to have. Like what you're doing is basically what I was doing.
I'll put it this way. Even if it doesn't amount to any
there we are.
I guess even if it doesn't amount to any like career success, this is a personal life goal for me. Trying to emulate these styles and trying to be able to do amazing work, just like the people that inspired me. That's a life goal for me,
right?
And that's why I say this is a journey.
Yeah, it's always a journey. Go ahead.
That actually does remind me. At the beginning of the stream, Aaron Johnson asked, "Sorry, have you guys struggled with motivation as an artist? And if so, how do you deal with it?"
I think I probably answered. I think I probably answered my question. So answer my own question. So Sean, the floor is all yours, my friend.
I guess for me, well, for my recent inspiration was basically, which might be the opposite of yours, but every artist is kind of different.
Mm-hmm.
Where I was looking at too many artists.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Like I had everybody like, oh, Joe Mad is dope, Jim Lee is dope, the freaking artist from Capcom is dope, and I'm like, to a point where it's like, yo, Sean, everything is dope, but you can't be everything.
Yep.
Like
you can't emulate everything.
Right. I'm like, I love Jim Lee, but Jim Lee is not gonna. He's like a master class artist, but he's gonna do me no good on the direction that I'm trying to go in.
Right.
So I had to like kind of dial it down and like, okay, who is my mentor? Like, who is the person?
What?
That I would like to, or who would the one person or the three people, and then I had to like literally force myself, because I got like 8, like you were saying before, I have 8 million art folders, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to selectively ignore people.
You have to selectively pick one. You have to follow what they were saying. Is like pick 3,
right?
Pick 3 and build your style from those 3 in particular.
And it also helps if the people that you pick have a ridiculously, especially if you're doing comic books, like if you're doing like paintings or pinups, it matters a little less. But if you're doing comic books, you have to have, it's got to be somebody that has a ridiculous body of work. Like even more than Joe Mad, probably. Like,
oh yeah,
ridiculous body of work.
And I have the entire volume of Battle Chasers on my shelf right now.
Yeah, more than that. Like more than that. Like,
but it's just like, don't be afraid to and don't be afraid to experiment. Don't be afraid to realize it's like something that you may see, something that might be more stylized might work for you. That actually might be work for you. That might be the approach you probably should take.
Yes. That exactly.
Yeah, and it's like, like for me, and I'm gonna be honest with you, that I think I do have one person in my list, or in that 3 that I've been trying to base my rendering style from, and that is let me put his work up again, because it's more than Dandan, but it's another one. Let me find my motivations folder. His name is where is it? Shoot, where is it? Okay, here we go. And let me show you.
Knowing the fact that you have a motivations folder alone is kind of reassuring for me.
This is
three years I've been hanging out with him, and he seems to be a bottomless pit of inspiration. And in those moments where I'm struggling with what the heck am I going to draw, it can be a little lovingly frustrating.
No, I understand.
But this is his name is Rajon Dubois, but he also goes by Kasai. Another person I've been following Patreon. But yeah, this has been, and the reason I want to bring up Kasai's work is that I don't see this as when I say this about someone's style, I don't mean this as an insult in any way, but I took one good look. I took one good look, and I was realized when you look closely at like the different brush strokes and stuff like that, you say to yourself like, wait, this looks like something I can actually achieve. This looks like something I can actually achieve. I can actually, that feels close to what I'm trying to go for. And it's something that can be easier for me to something that can work for me, and that I can be able to understand.
Yes.
And right. I don't mean that as an insult at all. It's just
No, I know.
Found what
I think you articulated what I was trying to say before in just a better version, where it's like, bringing back like an artist like Jim Lee or Joe Mad. I'm like, you pick up their book and like, how are you going to emulate that? It looks crazy. You got 8 million crosshatches, but they all make sense, and you don't know how he came to that conclusion. Or you could go find somebody that actually their art is beautiful, complicated, but it's done in such a way where you could actually see their thought process.
Right. And you could see how they did this and that, and you can actually apply that to your own in a way that makes it understandable for you.
Right.
I don't see that as an insult at all. I see that as a great compliment, because it means that it's something that it makes it feels like I can achieve this style sooner. And I look and I have this tendency to get high res stuff as much high res stuff as I can, because I want to study the lines. I want to study the brushes, the blending modes and stuff like that. And I try to emulate it point for point. And you don't compare. The worst thing you do is compare yourself to other artists. I desperately try not to. I desperately try not to. Right. But I have his work up on my other screen as basically my main reference guide. It's like, okay, this is the lighting I want to achieve. I want to achieve it like this. I want to be able to do it like that, this, that, and the third. And it's like, this is what to me, I feel like this is achievable.
Right.
This is definitely achievable, and something that if you really put the time in and study it, you can be able to nail it in a matter of, say, like months instead of years. You can nail it. You can be able to achieve it in a short amount of time. You just have to take the time to study it, to study the rendering technique and study how they do. And then part of the reasons why I support the artists I do support on Patreon. I will support like whatever the highest tier is, whatever the tier is that gets that I can get access to their work in progress, their step by step. And even if they do a time lapse, I'll just slow it if I can achieve that, and I'll slow it down and just watch. Even if the funny thing is, like, they'll work in like Photoshop or Procreate, but it's like, you can, just because they work in like Photoshop or Procreate doesn't mean you cannot replicate that same style in Clip Studio. These applications, they share a lot of stuff in common.
Quick question: what was the artist's name again?
You can look at it as Rejan Dubois, RejanDubois, or look up Kasai X3. I think.
No, I just asked because my girlfriend just passed by the screen and she's looked at it.
Oh, she just looked at the side lock.
In amazement, because she really likes it.
I was like, this is what I'm trying to achieve right now. That's what I'm trying to achieve right now. That's what I'm trying to study right now. So, it looks like something that like you could be able to pull off. It just, it's a lot of it's just not only just, taking the time, but also finding the right, I guess you could say, find the right brushes to pull it off, or just blend it in the right way to get that effect. Because that's the rendering is what I'm trying to, what I want to achieve. That's what I'm trying to get that kind of effect that you see here. So, but yeah, that's kind of my. Hopefully that answers your question.
No, that was a detailed answer right there.
He's very good at details.
Okay, so
I am going to highlight this one here.
Yes. Which one?
So I can get my computer.
Yep, I got to prepare for reality base. So.
Yep.
So we do need to get moving, so that gives me an hour to prepare and set up. So, but I know we got him past 2.5 hours.
Wait, it was past 2.5 hours?
Yeah, it's been 2.5 hours now. But I do want to bring up Broken's comment. So I want to bring this up actually. J. Scott Campbell was one of my early inspirations growing up. Like
he's a great reference point.
When I did that entire rant, on the Dove commercial on the Thursday stream, I went personally. I went into a very personal situation with me and why I find this inspiring and stuff like that. And one of the first artists that I discovered who kind of gave me who inspired me that way, but also inspired me in that mentally was J. Scott Campbell. Like the first thing, like I don't know about you, but the moment anyone brings up Mary Jane, the first thing that always comes to mind is that iconic cover.
Yeah.
That is Mary Jane Watson to a core. That's how I envision. Like, and every time I draw Mary Jane, I always think about that cover. Think about, because I just adore the way he drew her like that. I absolutely adore it. It's like, that's just like perfectly. That is just like the definition of unattainable.
Which apparently he called heat for. I remember that.
I know. He got heat for it is shit that you realize that oh, that's right. Anna, that Star Wars girl, was able to replicate that style. There were a lot of cosplayers who were able to mimic that exact cover perfectly. That is absolutely achievable. But yeah, I had to bring that up. But yeah, another one was Adam Warren, actually, who did the books Empowered. And I remember growing up, somebody told me that someone brought up Adam Warren because they said that my drawings at the time looked just like that. I was like, wow, really? So yeah. Here's another one. We do got to wrap it up, but Brokus said J. Scott Campbell modeled that pose after his friend who sits like that, and a lot of his art with female characters is loosely modeled after his wife and female friends.
Oh, interesting.
Wow.
I didn't realize.
I feel like that's like a spirit animal to me now. I feel like there's like a spiritual connection. That's what I'm talking about, because it feels like there's a spiritual connection with that now.
I do, actually.
Yeah,
finding out that Scott Sava pretty much shaped my 90s. Yes.
Yeah, and not only that, because it's a running joke that I do have a female. I do have somewhat of a female fan base. Female base, and I'm like, wow. I feel like I see part of myself.
I understand why I draw in a lot of men on my channel, but yeah, you have a very surprisingly large female fan base, and
you know what? Females they
love this stuff too.
They love the pinups. That's why.
They love it. Oh my god, they love it.
Mm-hmm. When I used to get like commissions, like right now, like I'm slowing up on commissions. This is a commission I'm working on actually. So like an audio.
Is that Keanu? It kind of looks like Keanu a bit.
It does, but
John Wick. Like a little bit of John Wick, yeah.
But it's for a comic book from my friend John V. Page, and it's called Ruthless. It's in a post-apocalyptic future. He has like a guitar with saws on it as a weapon. But
that is metal. That is so metal.
Oh yeah, he's so he basically does music. Right. He does music, and he has his brother voiceover, and it's all metal. So, but I guess what I was going to say before, a lot of the commissions that I used to get in the past for pinups and stuff, those were all women that commissioned that.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when I used to digital paint. I handed you, by the way. I'm afraid of digital painting because I don't know.
I'll tell you this, and it's just like, it's not only that, just like, you know, you do have women who love your work, but to have that, part of the reason why I was so angry about that Dove commercial was because I've had women tell me straight to my face that you know, for as much cheesecake as my work is, they've been empowered by that.
Yeah,
they've been empowered by that. I've had my friend, a friend of mine, Maria Tiantelli. She came on the birthday stream and she told me that she started working out. One of the reasons she started working out was because she wanted to achieve a look that she saw and that she always saw in the work that I do. And I lost it that day because I had never had anyone tell me that.
Right.
That they would actually go out and wanted to be able to just achieve that. I've had people tell me that, you know, if I've even had Mads tell me multiple times that the way I draw women has been very has made them feel very proud of themselves. And they feel very appreciated about that, and that hits home. That hits home to me because knowing that, you know, you're doing, knowing that the work, knowing that for what you're into, you know, you're into that, but it's been beneficial for you. It's been beneficial for your life.
Right.
And it's helped you through a lot of things. So you can see the reason why I got so angry about that Dove commercial. Because the way it paints, the way it was trying to paint it, and it was just like, it's so factually untrue.
Oh,
and that hit a nerve with me personally, because I see that, because, you know, going back to the, you know, the days of like Anita Sarkeesians and stuff like that, where femininity is so demonized now, and it's just like it set me off. You have to go back to that Thursday stream where it really set me off.
I'll definitely check it out.
And especially the Sunday stream after it. That's off.
You might as well put in, you know, into the comment section or something. Jump to here to listen to Matt's rant.
Yeah, if I have to find, but I have to find that though. I have to find where it where was the point there. So, oh my gosh. So anyway, we got to wrap this up because I got to eat, and then we gotta get a break for Roger's stream. So, Sean, fucking hell, man, we gotta have you back on. Like, we gotta.
I'll definitely.
We gotta have like a serious art talk. Like, seriously, we got to have like a serious, like, you know, back and forth art talk, because there's so much probably things I probably want to learn from you. And it's probably things I'm picking up from the such like that, because I'm just blown away. I'm just really blown away.
Thank you for having me on. This was definitely awesome, man.
So anyway, man, you go first. Tell them where they can find you.
The first main play. I guess I'll start with my comic book that's already out, Red, a Cyberpunk Fairy Tale, where you can find it at www.redcomicbook.com. And mainly now I'm on Twitter, which my handle is art_attackx. That's in one.
I didn't have that one.
Okay, so I put the so I forgot to put the X.
Okay.
No, it's okay.
Okay, I'm glad I didn't do that then.
I just put art attack. I just put art attack, and like everything, I just put art attack at the title. I forgot to put that.
that X was only born because, you know, when you try to make a screen name and then like everybody already has it, and I'm like, all right, I guess I gotta be X.
Art attack.
Art attack is been a longstanding how to draw kids art program thing.
Yes,
through
you're right.
And no comments from the wise guys in the peanut gallery in the chat there, from the BBC Corporation, which is the British Broadcasting Corporation.
Right.
For you pervs in the chat. I have to
tell them where they
specify.
can find it. Tell them where they can find it, John.
Find
you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Twitter. What do you do, man? We got like.
Yeah,
do you know how many links we put in the description for you?
Well, I only said those two because that's mainly where I am. But
I've got this YouTube there.
We put your Twitter, your Instagram, your TikTok, everything.
I forgot what my TikTok is. I ain't even gonna lie.
I think
I haven't been there in like months.
I think you got like 5.1K on TikTok.
I know. It's like I was growing there and I just kind of stopped. But all right, so just to say the main place, you go to Twitter, art_attackx. And if you go there, you can find every other link.
There you go. There you go. All right, man. Okay, next up, Mads, what you got? What you got for us?
What I have is I'm back to potato cam right now. It
feels like we're going old school there. Yeah.
I know, right? Going to real old school, right back to when you and I started. A guy and a girl and a couple of potato cams.
Well, for me, it was also a horrible headphones headset too. But yeah,
same. But of course, you guys can find me Saturday mornings on my channel doing with the morning, art cafe. Not entirely decided what I'm going to be doing. I'm probably going to be jumping into some of the suggestions that were made. Yeah, of course, what I've been working on today, reworking the Rainbow Bright lanterns, because I sat and I realized why am I fighting this one? Because I had it inked out and it's actually right beside me. Had it inked out and I'm like, I haven't been painting it. Like, no, that needed reworking. That sucked.
That's good though.
So reworked this, took Tickled Pink off. This is going to eventually get put into its own video. Probably not with this camera, saving up for a new one. So see you guys Saturday mornings. Beyond that, you can find me here just about every Sunday. Same Maki time, same Maki channel. Anyone else pay attention to my
your socials?
Yes. Socials. I'm always dropping stuff on there.
There you go. All right. Last, unfortunately, I need to see that change now. Although I have to change that real quick because Mads is Makini and I'm Mads apparently.
It's my channel now.
Oh no!
I'm still not touching your clip section. I did that once. No, thank you.
So there's a thing on. Okay, so Sean, there's a thing on StreamYards where you can have another user, you can have another account, be able to do all the stuff on your channel.
Right.
And the thing is that I have so many clips on in my StreamYard database that Mads is just overwhelmed. It's scary. She's scared to go through that section.
Oh man.
And most of them are super chat clips.
or reactions, which like the ever fan favorite of your boomer clip, which you've been really good today on.
Oh, that's right. I did boomer and all today. Yes.
No, you've been really. This is another reason he's going to want you back, Sean, because he hasn't boomered it at all this week.
Ah, okay, understood.
It's a running gag where I have to boomer it 3 times. I have to boomer it in some way, shape, or form. And if I do it 3 times in a row, I have to play this specific clip.
Okay, boomer, yeah, boomer. Whatever you say, boomer. Okay, boomer, yeah, boomer. Whatever you say, boomer.
Hey, that's appropriate,
That's very appropriate, exactly. And unfortunately, we were only 3 people today because Bruce decided not to show up.
Zaywall. What is the Booty Smackers clip?
What? Oh, that's the rainbow.
Okay,
so that is the rainbow. Okay. I don't know if you're not familiar with Street Fighter 5, but Street Fighter 5, Rainbow Mika's critical art is actually a booty slap, and it actually is a butt attack. I don't have that clip anymore.
Okay, sorry, Megatron. There was a request for it.
I don't have that anymore. I'm sorry. I re-recorded all my Street Fighter 5 clips. Now I got to do the same for Street Fighter 6. I got to start recording those clips now. But anyway, so let me get started with the channel member stuff because I think that is going to be very important.
That's going to take the longest.
Yes, it's going to take the longest. So so starting. if I get the time today, if I have the time today, I will. But starting this week, I will be sending out the May, and I mean repeat that, the May art batches for my channel members. So this is what you guys are going to get if you guys are a channel member and you opt in to get. If you're a channel member, you opt in to want to receive the monthly art batches that I do. This is what you're going to get for this month. So you're going to get the Shonen Captain. Most of these are for all tiers with only exception of one. The Shonen Captain link will be for all tiers, and that was a sketch. The Kanliu inspired Oni Girl sketch as well for all tiers, and I'll include the 60-second time lapse. For residents and higher, you will be getting the Splatterella Splatterella illustration. That is my monthly Fortnite skin, which that includes the flats, the skins, the line art, the step images, plus the 60-second time lapse. If you are resident and higher, you will be getting 2 variations of her, one with the belt, with the accessories, one without. If you're at my highest tier, the ambassador tier, you will be getting the nude variation. For all tiers as well, you will be getting the Silk as Jury illustration, which that will include the flat sketch and line art, step images, plus the 60-second time lapse. There are a total of 17 variations I did just for that illustration. It will vary based on tier list. However, if you are at the ambassador tier, you will be getting all 17 variations plus the nude variation that I did as well. And the second one will be, and the last but not least, is the Spider-Gwen Cammy illustration, which you will be getting the flats, the sketch work, the line art. You'll be getting the step images. You'll be getting the full 60-second time lapse. You'll be getting, I think, at least 10 variations. You'll be get 10 variations. It'll be based on tier level, which variations you guys will get, because I do have a variation of her without the accessories, without the jacket and such like that. If you are at the ambassador tier, you will be getting all, I think it's like 10, 11 variations, including, I think there is 2 or 3 nude variations I've added on top of that. I think moving forward with the art batches that I'm going to be doing, I think I'm going to dedicate one of the batches are going to have the multiple variations, and that might be the monthly poll drop that we did. I want to apologize. We did not do a monthly poll drop, monthly poll drawing this in May. I will in June, so you guys will get to vote on which character that we do. But the monthly poll drawing will have the multiple variations. The others will not. Of course, because it is the summer, I might be doing some maybe doing a lot of swimsuit stuff. So just to get into that summer feeling. So, but stay tuned, guys. But the batches will be sent out via email to my channel members between Monday the 5th and Wednesday the 7th of this week. So it'll be between tomorrow and Wednesday. You should be getting your batches, which will have all the stuff included. Of course, you'll be getting some extra stuff such as wallpapers and such like that. If you joined the channel before May 31st, before June 1st, you get the May batch. For everybody who joined the channel today, you will not be getting it. You will be getting, however, the June batch as well. So there is talk about that. And I'm still thinking in consideration because, for as great as the channel member stuff is, I appreciate all support. I appreciate everybody who shows the support. That cannot be my only source of extra income. So I am really thinking about expanding over to possibly Patreon or Subscribe Star. But I think that'll be down the line because I feel like my work, Maybe if I set it off, I'll probably definitely get some support there. But I do feel like my work has to be at a certain point to where I can feel confident saying, okay, let's start a subscribe star or start a Patreon, and that could be another way to guys support me. But to all my channel members, I can't thank y'all enough. I think we're back to 50 channel members now, so thank you, Stunning, for that. Our goal is to try to get to 50 channel members by the end of the year and have consistent members as well. So, but that will be this month for you. But this month's the May batch will be for my channel members who opted in. They'll be sent via email. It'll be between tomorrow and Wednesday. So just check your emails, guys. I'll announce it as well. So just hold on to that. And then I will be starting on the June stuff this week as well. Probably start doing some sketches, of course. And then I'll have a poll out. Hopefully by next week, I'll have a poll out asking, ask you guys to vote on which illustration you want that to be. And that poll, that monthly poll drawing will be the one that will have multiple variations. The other ones will, because I realized how long it took for the Jury and Silk one, for the Silk and the Spider Gwen ones, how long that took. We're just going to put all that focus on just one. For one illustration, everything else just be a regular illustration as it is. So now, as far as this week goes, so this week will be where is it? So this week this week we will have I will have a time lapse for the Silk Jury illustration because I've been so backed up. I will move. I'm trying to get back into Maki's Sketch Diary, the Monday video series that I used to do. I still want to finish that sketchbook out. I still want to finish every drawing in that sketchbook. So I'm going to try to push that back to next week. So that'll be hopefully next Monday. And then this week you will see, of course, Makini in the morning. So that'll be my morning show, my Monday morning show at 7 a.m. on, of course, Saturday night. We'll do our playthrough. We'll do a playthrough of either Hot Pursuit, finish our playthrough of Hot Pursuit, or do Street Fighter 6. So because I'm starting to kind of cross over between YouTube and Twitch, using both, putting both my channels to get some attention to both of them. So I thank everybody who's been following me on YouTube. Thank you, Sean, for the follow on Twitch. By the way, we are one more follow away from 200, and we will be playing Need for Speed Most Wanted 2005. Nice. As our 200 follower special. So if you guys want to see that happen, go over there. Go to my Twitch. It's in my description. Go to my Twitch, twitch.tv/MakiniTypeR, and hit that follow button so we can make it happen. We're just one away from 200. We just need one more. So it's tough. It's tough. Then not people want to be on Twitch anyway, so it's fine. But other than that, that is all. I will be on Ryan Roger Athay's channel in about an hour, so I need to get going. And next week, guys, the third of our row of guests will conclude, as it has been a long time coming. Market calendars, guys. Next Sunday, June 11th, we will have Dreaming Tabitha on as our guest. She will come into the studio. We will be doing I think she wants to do a paint challenge with us. I think we're probably gonna do a challenge together. So if you guys not sure know who Dream Tabitha is, she is a wonderful, wonderful artist, a wonderful painter, a wonderful creator in her own right. So, but yes, stay tuned next week. It's been a long time coming. We finally got Dreaming Tabitha on, and that is about it. So again, I want to say thank you to Sean for showing up, for making all this happen. I know it was almost kind of at the last minute because I immediately said yes and it happened. Thank you, Mads, for also holding out. This is an excellent show. Thank you. Hopefully Bruce will be back next week. it just feels kind of weird not seeing all 4 of those slots filled up when I spent all morning working on these overlays. Okay, I spent all morning on these, and it's like that's not fair. Come on, this kind of ruins it for me. But anyway, I will be back. So you guys will find me over on Ryan Roger Athe's channel. If Mads can put Ryan's channel there, and I'll be over there as a guest on his reality based. And then I'll be back tonight on Twitch/YouTube for maybe for Street Fighter 6 when we finish off. I think we need to finish Street Fighter. I think we need to continue with Street Fighter 6 because we were on a roll there. Despite that is if I can get it all to stop stuttering. Not be like 1-2 frames per second. It's so weird with that World Tour mode because everything else is fine, but it's that specific mode that's just like feels like it's poorly optimized for OBS or something. So anyway, guys, we're gonna get out of here. Also stay tuned for the outro because I added a little something extra to it. So anyway, for Sean, Art Attack, from Mads MamaBear, myself, I am Makini 90, Artist Gerry Minoza. Thank you for tuning in to the greatest Sunday afternoon art show on YouTube, Makini Live. Until next time, take care, much love, and Sean, do you want to say it with me?
Wait, what are we saying?
All right, we're gonna say this on 1, 2, 3. Never
stop drawing.
All right, say it one more time. Take care, much love, and as I always say, never stop drawing. Bye, guys.
Peace.
Yes, accommodations for Makini Live are provided by Imperial Suite Hotels in Arcadia Village, right in the heart of Pacifica City. Yes to the show, fly Tuck and Roll Airlines. It's the official airline of Makini Live with over 300 destinations worldwide, including to and from the CSF Nation. Fly Tuck and Roll Airlines. Remember, you can't skull without a little tuck and roll.
Grumpy, I am so sorry. I saw your member chat. I am so sorry I missed that one. So I'll try tomorrow morning on the Makini in the Morning show to acknowledge your member chat. I am so sorry. Thank you.
Makini Live is filmed before a live studio audience. Makini Live is a Makini Draws production in association with Channel 90 Television and is distributed by CSF Nation Domestic Television Distribution.